Yo, hey. See if I can move this without making an absolute ruckus. Yo. What's up? Hey, everybody. Shouldn't have fucking touched that. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine to me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the nurse's station. That's enough of that. That's enough of that song. What a good song that was. What a good song. I still got the links to the damn Twitch chats in there. That's pretty sweet. It's cute. Alright. So today, laid back day, chill day. Very nice. Get to enjoy that. It's Happy Sunday. What a great song. A Nurse original. I hope someone comes and hangs out today. Because that's all we can ask for. Sunday before Christmas, I don't expect many people to be hanging out on YouTube. I really don't. But we're gonna Starford it up. Hang out. Found this place today. Yeah, that's really loud in the background, huh? Alright, that's a little better. Probably too quiet, whatever. Found this place today. No idea what it is. Stop stepping on it. What is this called? Sufatula. Let's find out what that place is all about. Wow, what a cool place. This is in Tunisia. This nice little Roman-esque. See, the Roman Bridge of Sufetula. Sufetula, that's what it is. I always like to look at the ground around it and see if I can find any, like, does this stretch? Kind of like I wish this song stretched out for much longer. One of my favorite ones I ever made, man. I love this song. Because it's stuff like this. See how it's like all indented? Nice carve out. Old building. Definitely an old building. It's not as old as like the baths. So I do think though probably like what if we took the shape of this thing? That's gonna be on a loop, isn't it? As I said, it's gonna go to the next song because that's on a playlist. I wish I had copyright. Let's find some copyright-free music. Copyright-free music. We gotta throw something on. I can't just be doing nothing. DMCA, lo-fi. This one looks nice. Sure, whatever, dude. The relaxed movement. I've mentioned it. Alright, back to my important shit that doesn't... Back to my important shit. Alright, so I'm noticing the difference in the sand color. I don't think that's gonna get us anywhere. What I want to do is I want to find more of this. I want to find more of that. So it goes up to the wall. And the wall goes all around it. I don't know if the wall's that new. But all of those lines in there that mean stuff go out past there. And you got this nice little jagged line over here. Goes out to here. Nice point there. This point kind of mirrors that as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's very possible. So this is brand new from today. Found that today. And then you get the grain of this going all the way out there. So that's, I don't know. Never heard of it. And it's also in Tunisia. So we just sort of zoomed in. How do we find stuff like this? Well, we zoom into the bottom of the mountain, because all mountains are just old castles, just destroyed castles. I'll die on that hill. Maybe let's move this that way a little bit. It's not like there's much chat here. It's just me. Just fine. We always go to the bottom of a mountain. Because mountains always look... What's the word? It's loot. It's loot. You look around it and you're like, well, what's this little tail thing, this little spine? So it's like we're gonna follow that. We're gonna see that it has this nice little ore deposit. And you don't worry. If you need to get your money, your Tunisian money, what kind of money do they use in Tunisia? Let's find out what that is. The dinar. I should have known that. I don't know if I have any dinars. So that follows the whole base of this. And so that's why I always look at the bottom of mountains. It just so happened on the other side of this mountain was that awesome old place that we get to find. And the only reason I zoomed into that is because I saw something about Texas having like a big curve like that. And I was reading about one in Africa that ended up being like a gold. It's like one of the major gold deposits, like all the gold on Earth or something is there. A meteor hit and there's one. I got this big underbelly of something here. Oh, it's always cool to see stuff like that. But that big semicircle, apparently Texas has one. We can always come back here. We can try to find what we were doing. Let's see if we can find. Oh yeah, see, it's making another line right through. These are all our star forts on this chunk that we can see. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get to Texas. Never gonna get to Texas like this. There we go. So the Texas one, I think it's this. I'm glad I got to look at this today. I wanted to sit down to look at this today. I'm glad I did. Absolutely. Doing it on the phone just doesn't do it justice. So what is this? I didn't watch the video. I didn't read far enough. I'm a fucking headline. I'm a headline addict when it comes to stuff like that. I just saw, ooh, Texas has a semicircle. Go look at it. That's what we're fucking doing. That's what we're gonna go through. Ooh. An array. It's like, what have we built out here? Well, let's go check on some of what our tax money has fucking paid for. Ooh. Triangle. It's probably gonna turn up pretty fruitless. Another triangle. Where's the other one? There it is. That's not that much of a triangle. Unless there's houses on the triangle. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think there are. Okay, so maybe we're looking at it the wrong way. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Okay, so there's some shit over here. Okay, so at the one side of it, we were like, okay, we gotta go there. And we did. What's that? Bunch of dams. Yeah, damned desert. Right here is the damned desert. For anybody that may watch this in post, feel free to leave a comment about what you think you might want to see if you do decide to tune in. If you do like this channel at all, so feel free. Because this is my bread and butter. I'll do this all day. I'll do Google Earthing all day. We usually do Bible study because it's Sunday. We do Bible. We'll talk about Bible, but when we're not, and if you do like this and you don't know really what to say about it, I don't really know, I don't know how to get people into this information other than just like, Google Earth is sort of like it's like a video game. I kind of treat it like a video game. Because once you've seen one star fort, you start asking, well, how the fuck? how are they everywhere? And you find out that they're everywhere. And you keep seeing them, you keep seeing them, you keep seeing them. And once you've seen enough of them everywhere, it becomes a video game, So Google Earth, to me, is a star fort finder. And where there are star forts, there are very, very interesting... What does this say? The device to be connected to a network that is unable to reach the internet. Well, that's a fucking issue. That's a problem, man. I don't know if we lost stream. Let's see, what did we do? No dropped frames even. Okay. Well, then you're a liar. Alright, so here's Fort Davis. So anytime I see fort, I'm always zooming in. Always immediately zooming in. This does not appear to be a star fort. And you say, oh, well, it's the United States. Okay, well, those star forts look old. Well, oldest star fort. Let's see what... Dude, they're insultingly beautiful. They're insultingly beautiful, dude. You gotta be fucking joking. Vienna. Should we zoom into Vienna? Should we go and look at fucking Vienna and see the magical construction therein? I think we should. We're gonna go do that in a little bit. We're gonna scour this a little bit though. What a great location for a fort too, because it's right in between those little mountains. The good old Indians back in the day could get to jump on you from the tops though. So unless they, I think it's okay. They got lookout shelter. Okay, so they can make sure. They were thinking. If what they say about the cowboys and Indians is true, they was thinking. No, it just seems to be American desert. What's this? High frontier. American desert's really interesting because it's still so new historically that I don't have an issue picking it apart. In fact, I find it more appropriate to pick apart. I find it to be the most appropriate thing you could pick apart. And so that's why these are the greatest examples of star forts when you find them. If you find them. Okay, that might not be the semicircle that I was talking about, but you know what? Who cares, right? Fucking, who gives a shit? It's Texas. We got to go to Texas today. Hooray. So we went to the bottom. See what I did right there? I see mountains. And I see a giant genie sort of shape here. So we're going to go zoom in. And who knows? There's so much weird symbology in like the names for stuff out in the American deserts. There's so many Devil's Hall, Devil's Tower, Devil's Den Canyon. Not particularly a fan of that, but I didn't fucking name the shit. I love these rocks. They're straight. Look how jagged they are. That's awesome. That's amazing. I can tell why this is copyright-free music, by the way. Yeah, just play the notes out of order and nobody will want to fucking copyright strike it because nobody wants to listen twice. Can't say I blame them. Alright, so we're going to add Vienna to the list. Vienna. I'm just going to use my chat as a notepad. Sorry if I'm interrupting your conversation, anyone. That's so cool. Where is this? I have theories about airports. I never really know what to say about airports. The ones in Europe are way more interesting. A sauce. What is this? Carlsbad. Okay. I don't know what airports are. Airports in Europe give off a little bit more of like, oh, well, hey, that's pretty fucking suspicious that that's where that is. Gives off that more, a little bit more of a vibe. But in America, I feel like they can just sort of say, well, that's where we just pooped it down. Which, you know, it's America. It's supposed to be new. And that's why I like looking at like all these giant grid lines and saying, well, if we're so new and we just did all that, because like it's a fucking continent. No, really, like that's gotta be the size of a small continent. How big is this? What the fuck? This isn't even, am I supposed to take this seriously? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so let's just go down to the computer code. Jeez. And it's, okay, so it's even through the mountains and stuff too. Guys, I don't think we did all this. It's in the mountains and it crosses valleys. How? Please, please, some snarky fuck in the YouTube comments. Please, please, just dispel my curiosity. Even give me a fucking CIA bot. I'll take anything. Because this is insane. I'm just not, I don't believe this. So the place we founded the most recently is one of, this isn't like, it's not even development. It's just fucking computer code. Did we nuke the desert so that we could like unravel the code of the universe or something in the desert ground or something? I mean, I guess we had a lot of time. I'm trying to go by like the small grid. It's like this big shit. That's farming. That's fine. That's whatever. It's like this stuff. It's like power lines. Okay. No, oil rigs. Oil rigs. Ooh, okay, so never mind. Okay. That's a lot. But that makes sense because if this is all just an oil field. Okay. Okay, see? Now that's making more sense. But still, some snarky fuck in the YouTube comments, please fucking help me because this is 207 miles. $207 miles. And what's always cool to look out for, like we're gonna follow some of these little roads, and we're gonna see what else may lay at the ends of them. What other shapes might befall these dead ends? 207 fucking miles is huge. I get the farming. Okay, farming, oil fields. Oil fields answers a lot. But I want to know how big Europe is. 207 miles. That's massive. We're going to go back and look at some of the star forts there too. So just for shits and giggles. Okay, so that's like almost... So that's more than half of Portugal. Damn, we had a lot of time. All right, so good ones. A real good one, Fort Negley in Nashville. The story of this one is interesting because this isn't like a city-sized one. This is just more like a, oh, well, look at the top of the hill. I think the 1860s or whatever. Okay. This is how my thinking goes on this, right? So we're gonna go to the Wikipedia page. Okay. It was built in 1862. When was Vienna built? Like a lot longer before that, right? Like, even just when's the map from? When's the fucking map from? Okay, so we're not gonna get that. Alright, keep going. Okay, so the Duchy of Austria. Okay, so I just want to know when Vienna. So it's been around for a fucking minute. Okay, so it's a big city. Okay. Let's do a measurement. Let's just do that. We're going to go boom, point to mirror point. That's not that long. That's a 0.1 mile. Okay. Did I see the heart thingy just go off? Oh, I'm seeing things on the chat. That's cool. That's neat. Chad's dancing. All right, so we're going to go feet. Fuck it. All right, 540 feet. Let's now, now humor me, right? So this is just one in America, 1860. It kind of looks like shit. Okay, well, it's like, okay, well, we got beat the fuck up in the Civil War. Well, Vienna's got chapters and revolts and all this stuff, and then it was bombarded with more recent technology in this revolt in the 1920s. Okay, so let's just, okay. So just thinking. I'm here for the feet. Good. We're imperial here. I don't mess with none of that crap. What's good, sauce? It's the Sunday before Christmas. I'm so happy to just chill. I can't believe it's Christmas already, though. Damn. I'm not gonna find Austria in this fucking mess. You gotta be joking. Also, Austria's like not even a real place. Alright, so how many feet is Austria? I don't even have the city as a star city. Okay. What do I have here? This was a recent addition too. It's gonna be this. For sure it's gonna be that. So we gotta reorient ourselves north. I'm going to, ooh, I see sharp lines over here. You see the lines. Aha, I don't know about that. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna draw the shape of this out a little bit. Whatever the fuck I'm listening to is really, really good. I like this part. Okay, so then the inner part goes kind of to here. I'm not really sure what to do about this here, but it kind of looks like I think it goes this way maybe. It's like a lamb chop. That's the kind of shape that I'm getting from it. Probably not the actual shape that I'm looking for. All right, so we got a little bridge here. Okay, people are gonna say like, oh, this is a stylized one. This is stylized. Okay. Vienna 1600 map. Vienna's a great example too, especially in comparison with fucking Fort Negley. Beautiful. It's within 10 years of Fort Negley. This is beautiful. Proving my point like a motherfucking boss. All right, so we got direction now. There's Berg Thor. There's the corn market. I want to go to the corn market. Is it south? We don't know that for sure. I think that's north. Is the long line north? We could fucking sleuth it out. There's a river. Wiggly wiggly. How right was I though? Look at that. There's the old Baumgarter thing. Oat garden. Alright, we're gonna make this less of an eyesore, I promise. We gotta do the thumb on the screen thing here. Okay. Oh shit, that was actually really close. I'm gonna zoom out a little. Now I gotta zoom in a little. The zoom feature on this is horrible. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much what it was. So it's a little bit bigger than 500 and some fucking feet. Point to point. I'm just gonna measure it at its what's the actual okay, so we're gonna say there, okay. Looking at the roads. Ooh, the bridges. We look at the bridges. That's the one south. The bridges might have been rebuilt though. Wow. Look at all this shit just sitting right under our noses. It's gorgeous. We're gonna dive deeper. Watch. I'm gonna blow your mind with something. You're not gonna see it coming at all. So is the church in there? Just says military hospital. They're hiding the walls really good here, but I can kind of see the shape. 5,000 feet. Okay, so Austria was built a shitload longer ago. And it's so much bigger. And then what we get with Fort Negley, they say, oh, they built it it's so fucking fat. And then this has lived through like 20 revolts, and that looks like shit after one civil war. And the bombs were bigger now there in the 1900s, but because they were smarter back then, and so we were stupid now, but it's sooner that in this case. And then like shit like this is still standing and gorgeous. Coincidence? No, it's more just like, do you want to sell me a bridge or not? Right? Like I kind of had this conversation yesterday too with the lady about this. So okay, here's my thinking. Right? I'm gonna logic some stuff out. So AI is the future, right? Okay, AI is so much the future that it's gonna take people's jobs. AI is so much the future that we're actually gonna kind of parse out energy to data centers a little bit more. You know, and it's sort of like the fucking dirty little secret, like, yeah, the brownout's gonna happen because data centers gotta eat. Okay, well, if if I'm just supposed to be a battery, then treat me like a battery. Like treat my house like a battery box, right? If I'm gonna be a car battery, then treat me like the housing of the battery. If I'm gonna be bread, if I'm just gonna be a consumable unit, then price my house like a fucking bread box. Either, the people box is super valuable because, people lives matter, so that's why houses matter, because, people lives matter. Well, if AI is gonna fucking, make people not matter as much, then shouldn't the price of housing go down to like $20? And then if it doesn't, then I fucking raise my hand and say, well, fuck, if you had a tech job or something, then I don't know, maybe if your job got replaced by AI, then maybe your house would get hit with a fucking devaluation or something. But then that's getting into the fucking whole like, oh, well, but this is what I'm saying. You can't go down the logic path of saying like, well, AI is the future, and also you're not going to be able to feed yourself, but also you have to, your house is going to be super like expensive too. AI doesn't give a fuck about the value of my house, but AI is working. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Logic your way right out of that. It's the fucking future. It's gonna replace people. It's gonna make people obsolete. Okay, well then treat my house like I'm an obsolete piece of shit then, right? Like I treat my junk drawer and put my old phones in, right? Don't treat me like I'm a fucking treasure box with expert masonry or something. No, I'm the fucking obsolete piece of shit, right? Then fucking treat me like it. Fucking lying, whispering in my ear. Did we find a wall of this star fort yet? Because I'm looking. I can't find it. I think this might be a point. Feels good to say that kind of stuff, though, because, again, like, just logic your way back from positions, and you can get where you need to go a little bit. At least when it comes to, like, well, why does this not make sense? Well, clear the fuck up. Clear it the fuck up in your head. Talk about it. Think about it. This is the bottom of the star fort. Yeah. So they hid this. Like it's just not even there. Unless that's it. No, that's a bus stop. That's a bus stop. Alright, well fuck it. We're going to the historical view here. Really, Vienna doesn't have older than 85? Told you I was gonna blow your fucking mind. Coincidence? I think not. That's better. Alright, I'm actually kind of surprised. I was gonna say they probably had some older, because I mean Vienna was in some wars and shit. I'll go back on some more historical stuff here. I guess the reason I added this one is because it stood out a lot. Because it does. There's just this thing. Why is this scroll wheel so twitched? This was streamed for 2 years, not Twitch will do it. I don't know, man. Like, I just see shit like this, and I'm just like, ah. Okay, so they built it. It's an anti-air defense tower. Okay, sure, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Let's see. Is it here? We can't tell. Okay. I was gonna say, because if this whole plaza was built because they needed all this defense, well then that kind of flies in the fucking face of it being there. Like your air defense, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Put your air defense in an open field, because then your planes will fall around it. Put it in the fucking middle then, man. What are you doing? Okay, so that's Vienna. Very cool, very cool. I was never able to pin down if it was actually a star city, because they really hid that shit. They really did. But it's only this inner... It's only this inner one. So let's give a more generous take to the Fort Negley conversation here. It's still 5,000 fucking feet. Never mind. And it's pristine enough that a city can be built on and revolted in twice or a couple times about. I had a fucking hunch about something though. Where was it? I'm going in. I'm going in. This. What's the historical photography? Donut Park, Donutarium. I think that we got... Man, that's such a sharp point. I think we got us sort of like a, jeez. I guess it's Ontario? No, Quebec. I think we have a Quebec Citadel situation here. Music's on point, mate. I'm kind of seeing like a little shape up there. I'm seeing something there. So maybe we go... Just follow the greater outline. Usually the fields are in them, because like I'm thinking it goes out to like here even. You got alternate donut over here. Which this shape checks out really hard, like checks out really well with the whole like the cone, the conical sort of shape that you see a lot of them take. But I don't know, man. That was always, to me, a very, very interesting city, because I could never really pinpoint why it stood out. Everything's like cut in half. So I didn't really feel comfortable throwing a marker down. Things just partitioned very nicely and separately. Austria is just, it's a tough one, because Germany is a little bit more... They sort of threw Austria away after... You know, the revolt. Shapes. Shapes. Oh, yeah, it's a landfill. Could you call that the landfill? It'd be more obvious. That's probably a landfill, though. They put all their trash right up at the top. So much trash that it didn't. I like shitting on city planners. Let's get out of the historical one, and I know there's some historical imagery. Oh, and there's another reason why it's a hard one to pin down. You got that. Got that nice little sliver there. What are you up to today, brother? You trying to do anything? You trying to chill? I woke up thinking I was going to have way more energy than I had today. Just trying to keep your eyes open. Yeah, man, I feel that. Let's call you up. How loud is this? It's kind of loud. I'll turn it down now. Does it go lower? I don't think it does. It's fine. Yo.
What up?
Very lazy day, man. That cold. I think that cold saps it out of you.
Absolutely. Yes, I 100% agree with that one, sir.
Like, I'm sitting here kind of wondering, like, well, I haven't done anything. It's like nothing's really different than when I normally jump on. But yeah, just that hypothalamic regulation shit, that really keeps you... It keeps your body moving.
Yes, sir.
I spent a lot of time... Where was I? That's cool. Ah, fuck. What country is it? It's one of the sandy ones.
Uh,
Rad Padston. It's where all this stuff is.
Bikini Bottom. Oh,
One of those. Except more coverage. I actually don't know what country I'm about to zip to here. So I was finding a lot of stuff out in. Wait for it.
Beni Hamad.
What country is that? Is this Tunisia again?
I was looking.
No, that's fine, because I. Is this Libya, maybe? There's Egypt. Don't tell me I'm in Nigeria. There's no way. No, that's gotta be Libya. Because Benghazi's around there somewhere. No, this isn't where I was finding a bunch of them. I was finding a bunch of them over here. Ah, there we go. And I think this is This is Israel. And then I found a bunch up in Jordan. Because I never want to go to Africa. I never do. But then sometimes when I do, I find some cool shit. This is Damascus. That one's an old one. Gosh, 5,100 of them. As many feet as the Vienna Star Fort. That's kind of cool. Fucking weird, actually. Star City Games. Let's go there. Let's see where that is. Straight up Africa. Where is this in Africa? I love finding those little sand dune ones. Those are crazy. That I expected to be built whenever it was built. But we've been spending a lot of time in the desert. So my eyes were kind of trained for the desert. I just want to find more lines. It's like I'm really just trying to find... I'm starting to have theories about shit. Like, it's kind of hard to make... It's incredibly hard to make out. But you get this... And then you get this body of water here. Well, what if a body of water connected those two, huh? Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if it did. Probably didn't. There's really no geological evidence to say it did, I guess. But like, I don't know, I'm looking at these lines and it's like, okay, well, the Silk Road existed. It is possible that they did cross the sea or whatever. And then they crossed a mountain range or something. It's a bitch of a mountain range. But then there's so many of these cool ones here along these like riverbanks. And I'm always marveled at these just incredibly long patches of just green along the Nile. There's so many of them. The whole ass Nile. I don't know what farming technique or what's it called? Like what crops and shit would grow out there and stuff, but like I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see where we get more. There was a little bit of a cluster of them over here. So I always debated
irrigation within a water source.
I mean, it checks out because that's the only place there's green. Shapes. See, what did I pick for this one? I just started adding ancient cities in as star forts and star cities. Because it's like, there's really no reason not to.
Make that number bigger.
Yeah, just at this point. So anytime there's these things, I'm always trying to zoom in on those. Like, okay, so there's some square structures out there. Okay. Okay. That's cool. It's like people from the Bible were probably from here, you know? These places are old. They go across the street. That's what's so cool about the desert, because you don't usually just find, like, oh, that's a, like, holy cow, what a perfect star that is. No, you find, like, it's kind of like Italy. You sort of find, like, the sides of mountains, but then they're just a whole desert's worth. Which is really neat. And these would make a lot of sense being on the riverbank and stuff. This one definitely has a bigger, this one's got a bigger outline because the wall goes out there. And then you can see it, so that's kind of neat. Always wondered like what these little boxes were for, because they don't ever have roofs. I mean, they do, but the ones that don't, there's no doors. So it's like they're just just fucking boxes coming out of the ground. That's neat. It's always funny. They're not boarded up or nothing. This is a great one. Like, okay, cool. I love that they had to have built this. They had to have built this out here on purpose. And it was a long time ago. So yeah, the desert can be kind of fruitful. It's never my favorite. Like I said, I never want to go here. But then you'll just get rewarded with like you'll find that good loot. You'll find those 20 of them that you wanted to ignore for fucking 2 weeks. This is such a cool building. What is this? The shape is like a star fort, so maybe it's founded on one. You never know. But like, yeah, dude, that thing was there fucking for thousands of years. No, you can tell by the windows. They don't have rounded windows. Oh, okay, there's a little height difference there, actually. I didn't notice. That's kind of neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty convenient that it just happens to be perfectly on the other side of that awesome structure. I like that. The historical views around here aren't going to be that great either. I guess I don't know why I didn't put this one on there. I probably could have. But I guess the way I look at it, it's like I'm going to be there. It's like if I'm going to come here, I'm going to be there anyway. Like I'm going to look. This thing, what's this? Why is that? Like what? What? It's crazy. What is this? What is this little land? This little archipelago here? All these damn cities just getting nuked back in biblical times. They should have been watching their steps.
You talking about that formation that looks like it's dissolving?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it gives me like my hot chalky's almost done being stirred up. And that's like the last little bit that's at the top that's about to like I'm about to stir in. I don't know.
I'm
Or
kind of interested in like this little square part of the island here actually, and how it the Sahil Island. I don't really know how that connects, but like why didn't it cut this part? How much higher up is that it didn't get cut out by the water? Not much. So that's cool.
sure.
Well, I guess there's a dam there. Oh, so you mean to tell me without that dam here, this thing would have been actually, they could have probably built that because there wouldn't have been as much water there. Well, then how the fuck they build all this? You know, if the dam is holding back water and all this would have been underwater, so this would have been possible then, but that wouldn't have. That's fine. I'll take one with the other. Sure. Sell me the bridge or oh, there's a bigger dam. Okay, so it still would have been underwater. Good. Bury that fucking nonsense at the bottom of the damn ocean where it belongs. I hate hydrodynamics so much. Especially when I go to Africa. Especially when I go to Africa. Fucking either they're building mud huts or they're building hydroelectric dams.
Well,
I don't want to I'm not living in a world where you get both. I mean, unfortunately we are, but I don't want to. Like, this is the new shit they build. This Eye of Sauron looking ass crap. Can I put the person down? Can I put the man down? Please? Please, whatever fucking authoritarian Muslim country this is, please. The fuck? This is the new shit. Okay, so what's this dam? Why is it? This was there. I love finding shit like that. Cool. Dam was this way. Okay, so, you know, dams really aren't that impressive if you take out the whole bits and bobs about it being converting energy and stuff. I mean, it's just putting shit in front of water. Look, there's another one of those things. What's that? A little square. So, you know, aside from that, like, they're really not that impressive. But that takes a lot of fucking time. I bet it's bigger than Fort Negley. Bet it's longer than that. Bet it's bigger than 540 fucking feet. It's bigger than fucking Vienna. And I bet they built it. I bet they built it more recently. I will say that. I bet they built it more recently. Ooh. Hello. Little glitched out chunk of land. I love when we find stuff like that. Stuff like this makes for great content if you can find the good color mixes. This one's, I mean, it's desert mixed with desert, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. I want to know how these little patches get missed on the Google. Look, there's more, what the fucking why, man?
little Mars Island over there.
Yeah, these, it's the little 4 points, little four.
That's where they record all their NASA footage, is right over there.
It's kind of like how we do with our retirement data in PA. Fucking coal mine. I love how they brought that up and they were like, so, you know, the coal mine, it's inefficient and retiring people out of underground. And they're like, oh, get him the fuck out of here. We need to keep doing it that way. Fucking hated that. I can't believe that was brought up and that was a thing that was ignored at all. Yeah, they retire people by pushing hand carts and doing 3 a day. Man, I feel like we should break the rules on that and just say sayonara, sucker. Oh, you didn't get your 2 weeks notice? Because I didn't send one. Bye. I'm going to pull the government. Yeah, you trust me. You'll get your paperwork. You'll get your paperwork. Just trust me. Yeah, look, it's all the pensions for all the retired government workers is hiding behind that rock. Just as safe. All right, get the fuck out of the desert. I'm so sick of the desert. Where's that little gold thing that little video you sent me about the gold? So now I notice, uh, this is where the meteor hit. It's apparently around here. And then it created this thing. So now I notice these things way more often. I noticed the semicircle. That's why I was so interested when I saw that video about Texas, and I was like, "Ooh, Texas has a semicircle. Fucking, what meteor are they gonna say hit us now that we just found out about?" But this is I again, I hate this shit. I hate going to Africa, dude. Like, it looks almost indistinguishable from fucking Phoenix, from the air. Like, this is Scottsdale, dude. Like, I could go to Scottsdale and find this shit, which is incredible. It's beautiful, like awesome. Look at all the golf courses, it's really cool and stuff. But it's like this, it's just such a pit. It's such a pit. The whole of this town is just completely mined through and shit. I named this a star mound way back in the day. Like, this is an old one. Because, like, anytime I see stuff like this, I'm just like, oh, so this is basically humans not coming to terms with the fact that we built pyramids in different shapes, huh? You're fucking calling it the Central Johannesburg College. Like, I guarantee you, these college kids just look at this every day and go, it's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking this bitch just goes, yeah, look. Yeah, the People's Bank meets the People's Race. What did I just scroll in on? What is this shit? Fucking hate Africa, dude.
Damn.
People's Bank for the People's Race. Fucking clip that. Jeez. Wow. Okay. And then, okay, so you got this Dyke Plouffe, whatever this area is. Okay, and so this is just a beautiful, it's just a beautiful fucking shape. I love finding shapes like this. Oh, look, I even see petals at the top there. Let's find out what that's all about. Just a massive fucking place. It's just massive. What's this? What are these little jut out things? Why are they jutting out? It's because it's a fucking giant ass star for it, dog. Because they're fucking everywhere. Literally fucking everywhere. Africa, America, you name it. The newest places, the oldest places. It's fucking crazy. Like, that's just way too good a city planning for just like Africa to just do it on accident. Okay, so that's just Dyke Plouffe or whatever. And then you got the immaculate, this road here that was just so expertly planned to go all the way up there. That's probably a new road or whatever, but this one here or whatever. Then you got that road that goes perfectly over to there. So they had some excellent fucking foresight here. It's the only time Africa ever had foresight ever in its history. It's when they planned fucking immaculate capital city roads and golf courses that all look the same. You got this giant ass fucking grid over here. Just okay. You got Florida next door. Cool. This whole little grid over here. It's just like the one time they actually treated the people that live there with some fucking dignity. It's like, okay, we're gonna plan this city with some care. But then you got all these giant shapes just laden across Peoria and Krugersdorp. So I thought this was what the gold was because it's all gold colored stuff, but that was not it at all. Places that are not carved up and carved out entirely for whatever the fuck they're supposed to be carved up and out for. It's just, again, just more shit like that. I have no idea why and why it's so perfect, why there's so many straight lines. Just no idea. Okay, so that's cool. And that again, that's not even like, it's not even near where the crater was. Not even near where like the actual the Witt Waters port gold was. The Witt Waters port is over here. The Estate Isles. This is where Witt's Port is. Or Witt's Waterford. I was thinking maybe it's this shit because it's the bottom of the mountain again. Then I got mad because I'm like, look at all this fucking good city planning. What the fuck? It's probably horrible, but like still, like the roads just like, oh man. This part was definitely built before that part, and they just, damn. They just locked it in intergenerationally. Only times they ever do that fucking city planning. Give me some more good star forts. Is this new? Did I add that? Yeah, that's new. Yeah, that one was like obvious because it's still chopped up and bricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, it still has this like front raveling shape to it and stuff. I don't know, man. Like, if I just found one of these in my backyard, I wouldn't be so quick to demolish this thing. Like, it was probably really pretty. I don't know. Maybe there's some rule, like, if you have one of them in your country, like that, you have to destroy it, or the U.S. will find gold there. Or oil, excuse me. And then we're gonna have to freedom you. And oh, sorry, bombed your fucking star. Oh, it's gone forever. It's immaculate construction. Fucking destroyed. Bye. Just so happens everywhere there's a fucking war, just happens to destroy one or two. Or all of them. This one is obviously not the bigger one. I don't know if I stand by that one. I don't know if I stand by that one. There might have been a reason. Okay. Probably not a good enough reason, though. I just don't know why cities will build themselves around shit. Like, they'll tear apart, they'll tear fucking Notre Dame down and be like, well, it was getting in the way of our condos. But they won't take a damn mountain down. Like, they won't even whip out the old school tech. They won't even get the dynamite. They won't even use the slaves they fucking have. Just throw bodies at it just to fucking level land like they used to back in the day. You won't just get rid of a rock. Fuck you. I'm so sick of shit like that. Like Brazil, there's tons of South America shit like that. You'll keep this. This is gorgeous. Yeah, sure. It's like, oh, well, this is ingrained in our history. Did you build the railroad tracks right next to it on purpose or on accident? Did you find it there? I don't fucking know. But you won't get rid of a damn rock. Fuck you. Where's another good example? Like, okay, so here's a great example of like why you would do that, because it's just a fucking rock. I'm not saying you take out the whole mountain. Fuck was it? Okay, so number one, why is there exactly the same thickness tree line around it all? Okay, city planning's really good in Africa. I forgot. But even if you just want to like, I don't know, use some of the hill, fucking do it. It's a mountain. Fuck you, do it. Who cares? That's a good example of like when you should. A good example of like when you shouldn't would be Italy. Literally like all of Italy. For every good reason. Sorrento. I'm so bad at finding it. It should be by Naples. It should be down here. And then it should be... I think it's not that, no. Vatican. Is it up higher or lower? I'm so bad at Italy. I'm so bad at fucking finding Italy. I want to say it's lower. Scoglio. Sorrento. There you go. Okay. So here, a good reason not to destroy a mountain. Here is a perfectly good reason to do what fucking Italy did, which, okay, has Italy been around for as long as Africa? South Africa? The fucking, we made everything's. So even these guys, okay, so they came around newer, you know, and they were like, oh, well, let's just build up closer to the thing that we're just going to keep that. I'm going to keep that part. But then, like, even then, they're still using like all of it. So it's like, well, we're not gonna tell it. We're actually building like right up next to it. So much so to the point you actually fucking are convinced that it was put there. Like it was just this whole place that you either buy the small, you either buy this part, like either this was there, and none of else was. I don't fucking know. But then Africa, Brazil, you just get these giant mountains where it's like, nope, we just can't do it. Sorry, we could literally build some of the most beautiful architecture. We could make the Suez Canal, but we just can't do mountains, dude. Sorry. Like even this place, even backwards fucking ass Yemen gets this shit right. Like, okay, this mountain's way too big to take. You can't just get rid of that. It takes a lot of shovels. Even they fucking built up into the bitch. Even then, it's like, well, why is there a perfect circle dug perfectly into the bitch? Like, how did fucking backwards ass Yemen just, you know, get their fucking masonry skill up to 100 back in the cut and then forget it all? Do you want to sell me a bridge or not? Fucking funny. They left parts, like they left parts of it, like they didn't get rid of the whole ass shit. Like they were like, well, we need to keep this part for defense. Africa's like, oh, we like the rock. I mean, you don't like the place with walls or a roof? We like rock. Okay. Well, these guys like rock too, and their rock better. Their rock much better. Their rock prettier. Their rock bigger. And it's fucking right next door. Right next door to Djibouti. Uncharted Star 4. Allah, that was a good one. I don't know why I put that one. Is there a reason for that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Something out there. Literally nothing else but something. That's fine. It's cool. Oh, well, Africa's been through some fucking hard times. Okay, well, what about South? So what about fucking Cape Town, the richest part? What about them? I get it. There's a reason I ain't got blue dots in Zimbabwe or Botswana or Zambia or Malawi. I get it. I do. But even Angola has their shit together enough to fucking either build one or keep it. And it's prettier than Cape Town's. Oh, and look, it's on a mountain. Look, they know how to keep rocks, and they know how to keep the right ones. So don't give me that shit that they just fucking kept that damn rock in the middle of nowhere for fucking reasons. So I think it's just hiding something. I think they're hiding something. Did I pick this one for a reason? Oh yeah, I did actually. Shit. Dala's net services must have got a good deal on that building. I have a feeling they're talking about fishing nets too. That's actually kind of a high wall up too. So like this is not just like on the coast. Fuck am I now? This is Angola. So Angola had the fucking brilliant idea to build up on the mountain. Yeah, but no, South Africa can't do it. Whatever. Let's find some more fucking embarrassing arguments in them. Buried in Africa. I do like it because it's like, oh, you want to find the, oh, look at the jellyfish tree. I like this little jellyfish tree. Really big landmarks, like they stick out. It's kind of like every chunk of Africa kind of got like its own thing. Botswana kind of got two here. It's like, oh, you got this little vitiligo patch and dendrites. Namibia got a little vitiligo, and they got the coastal desert. What's this? Top of a mountain. Nope. Valley. Africa's just, again, they're really good at straight lines when they need to be, dude. Really fucking good at them. It's a big country. If it's curved at all, you're like triple your time to cross it. They're also good at their wastelands, I noticed. They're really good at making sure they're in like grid form, connected. Gotta sweep up your fucking, you gotta sweep up your dirt. It's probably like oil lines, right? I feel like a straight line's gotta be like oil, right? How far does it go? I hate seeing shit like that, man. How far does it go? Okay, it stops. Okay. Sort of like my ability to buy this shit. It's gotta stop. That's cool. It's like a dam sort of thing. Kinda. No. It's just like the wild cow crossing area. How boring Africa is, dude. Look how boring. I'm boring myself to sleep. Okay, so got a circle too. So Namibia got this circle here too. You gotta do some digging if you want to find your shit in Namibia. But they were allowed a few things. They got this place. This beautiful destination town. Let's see. What's up here? What's this place? This is Angola, right? I don't know. They got this little net thing. It's pretty cool. I don't really know which way the water started. Does it come from here or does it come down to here? Because it kind of goes to here. So that's kind of fun to look at. Just big net. Angola got a couple star forts, so they were just like, you got buildings with roofs, you don't get any fucking geolithic landmarks. These two, these shouldn't even be countries. Just fucking, just absorb them. And like give them to countries with star forts. Shit, actually, Tanzania's got a pretty diverse biome here. They got their shit on lock. I don't hear much bad about Tanzania. It's always like the Rwandas, the Nigerias. I erroneously equate Tasmanian devils with Tanzania, so that's just, you know, microaggression on my part. But to be fair, Z. Like, I didn't do that to the letter Z. Is there a reason I picked this one? Yes. Little building. Even those tiny little ones, I'm like, why are they so small? Those ones I actually believe. Like, we kind of looked at the bigger ones and go, oh, I want that one, Dad. And then we tried building it. Oh, let's see. Okay, so that's they have one. It's not really one, you know. Maybe they can make up for it with the second one they got up here hiding out. What's this? What's this? It's a big city. Look where the green is too. I always notice that. Like it's in a nice little half spiral there. Wonder what the green is. That one looks like maybe just like the rich people livings airport. Okay. Man, one day I just like I want to add. I just gotta start writing on my whiteboard. Is what I'm gonna do. I need to create a job, and I need to create a second job. I want to create a real job. I want to create a nicotine cessation coach. I don't think I need to like actually create it, but I could probably. I just need to like brand it really well until it's a thing, and then people just have to shut up and listen. So I'm probably just try that, figure that out. Gotta quit smoke. Gotta quit nicotine first. Can't really listen to a nicotine coach. Didn't quit. It's not true entirely, but the second job, I want to just go around to government agencies and just be like, hey, listen, it's that day of the year where I'm allowed in the bottom of fucking post offices with really pretty Roman columns out front and Julius Nyerere International Airport. Like, if you got any of this shit gated off, like I'm not inspecting anything. It's not a report. I'm literally just, you have to open your door for me. I'm just gonna go to your basement, fucking, and look and see what like ancient or futuristic pipes you have connected to shit. And I'm gonna talk about it, and no one's probably gonna ever believe me because it sounds crazy. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it is that day of the year," and I'll be like, "Thank you so much for understanding. The last guy last year did not quite get it." And it'll be a whole thing. It'd be like a whole fucking two-parter on a sitcom. You gotta make the job, and you gotta get in the building. Africa's just fucking boring, dude. Gotta get out of here. Yeah.
Go look for Madagascar. Look at the arrow. I might actually do that
Madagascar is
later.
really fucking nothing, though, man. I mean, aside from that one time I found a few, there's really nothing.
There's the arrow. Yeah.
What did I find on
It's,
here? These were legit ones, too.
mm-hmm.
Like, these were legit batteries built
Airport.
in. Definitely wouldn't have found them. I just assumed Madagascar like had nothing forever. I want to know why shit like this is on the same plane. So like these archipelagos, noisy. How? That vary. Noisy Hera. Like, you understand, obviously, how they managed to not sink because you see this little thing here where it's massive and it's obviously never gonna sink underwater. You see where, like, some of the coast broke up and stuff. But just the mass, like the scarring on some of these, like that's a square, dude. How? How does that line, like, plate tectonics can't just answer for like precise squares and lines and shit. Tell me the bridge don't. This is so where Piccolo trains, dude. He just stands on these rocks and just looks. Whoa, hey. It's probably not an actual island. Is there any... Damn, that's a mouthful. Hey, wait a minute. Hey.
Wait a minute.
What do we got here? It was a little bit more convincing from afar, but I mean... Gotta pull that in, maybe? Nah. It's a stretch, but yeah. You do sort of wonder, like, well, how does that one stand out? How does that one not sink? Fucking noisy Valhalla Pulo Lat negative 1238 lawn 4870? The sequel? I'm the
I'm gonna
only
send
guy
you a
that could
cool
look at a
picture.
map and fucking find himself talking to himself still. What were you saying?
I found this picture yesterday that I thought was kind of neat. It has nothing to do with what you're. Uh, it's very like not completely off topic, but pretty off topic.
I was gonna say almost nothing has anything to do with what I'm talking about. No, that still does. That's still got basis though.
Isn't that pretty?
There's so many times where I'll see a formation or something. I don't think you were here for the beginning when I was in Texas,
Hmm.
but very very similar. There's even a fucking even the underwater shelf says there's land there, so that's kind of cool. That's neat. There's just this massive part of Texas and just I think the American Southwest that I was trying to rationalize it in words at the start of the stream because I'm like, okay, 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 guys, fucking, okay, hold on, just for 1 second though, for real though, like all of this, it's across the mountains, guys, really, fucking this much. Like I get it, Africa's been around a long time. They had a lot of time to get their straight lines down. And they did. And then, since they created everything, we came over here and then we got straight lines down real quick or whatever. But I'm just like, dude, but fucking this much? Like, you mean to tell me, like, the whole ass desert is just gridded up? Well, like, oil fields and, oil, they have a lot of money and they want a lot of money. Because you see oil derricks at some of these. It's like that's obviously why they're connected because you can see the derricks. Some of them are like windmills or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not saying that we didn't put the shit there, but I'm saying like, how did we know to put the shit there? Fucking for this many miles, like in it, it's so big, it's so gridded up. It's just, it's sort of marvelous. Just this pockmarked area of our region. And so yeah, when you look at shit like this, you're like, what is this nonsense? It makes no sense. I bet if you ask a fucking AI like, okay, we'll find this triangle right here, and also find it in relation to a
All right, get
another
ready for this
triangle.
though. All right, so um, you're gonna want to right click and copy the image. Are you able to?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then go to just Google images.google.com.
Okay. And then
Uh,
paste.
images.google, yeah. And then when I'm catching up on your stream. Um, and then yeah, paste. But use the click the camera thingy by the microphone on the search bar.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and just search The Transmutation of Consciousness by artist Daniel Martin Diaz. It depicts the idea of human consciousness merging with the digital realm. Digital. I would call it more of like an ethereal realm than a digital realm. Digital sounds like it's, I don't know,
Digital sounds
artificial.
cheap. Yeah.
Artificial, you know. But yeah, it's just neat. There was a woman that had a vision when she was dead. She was being brought back to life. She was being resuscitated. But this is the vision, like the what she tried to describe was like exactly what this image essentially was.
Yeah.
Um, and it's the Transmutation of Consciousness by Daniel Martin Diaz. Very fascinating.
I can 100%. I can see where thinking like that would. I could see how that would clear some of this up and how it would give some peace and whatever, because there really is there can't be too much. Like the simple answer is that it's complicated, obviously, but
Sure.
kind of like how the American grid just has like little windmills on all this stuff. Okay, well, like, what do all these dots represent? Take away the ones that, fucking aren't whatever. Keep the ones that are. I bet you find some pretty wild shit. I bet you find some crazy correlations. I bet you find some grids. I bet you find shit that looks like circuits. I know on my Mac I have like one or two screenshots of like what certain circuits like look like in like diagrams. And so yeah, when you pull this up and you see stuff like, oh well, that's just like a housing plan. That looks like a housing plan in Florida. Okay, well, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Because I'm actually curious. I'm not asking to be a shit stirrer on that or a shit poster at all. I'm saying like, hey, that's a good question. Now that you fucking say it, like I haven't been able to unhear that since. So that picture is actually beautiful. That's a really,
It really
really
is.
pretty. Uh, yeah, I mean, like I don't know what I prefer more. Like I harp on star forts and how beautiful they are all the time, but they consist of sort of chaotic straight lines, and I don't know. Do I like the prettier, more organized stuff, or do I like the more organic, sort of raw, where it falls stuff? And it's just like I don't know, man. Maybe we sort of are supposed to be this like middle thing. We're supposed to be that gap. We're just supposed to be the thing that turns things into other things, but not like wood into axes. Like we're supposed to be the thing that turns ideas into axes
Well,
using wood.
when you when you look at I think it's the Gnostic, or maybe it's the uh Mason the Mason beliefs. There's an interesting thing with the Triforce and how they kind of explain like the choices that we make like determine where we go after, and how it's very aligned biblically in a lot of ways. I think that this is there's a really interesting thing that I can't find now, but the way I visualize it is right now our physical reality is that cross section of a Venn diagram, where all of like three things have crossed, and that's what formulates, or that's what creates that physical reality that we're witnessing right now. As much as give we can still give credit to the creator himself, obviously. But I always loved the how and the why, besides because God said so. I love the beauty in the intricacy of how much actual stuff happens, not just minimizing it to a few words to make it easy for us to understand, or with our little baby brains.
Yeah, the I wish I had more of the well because they said so or because I said so. I wish I would have grew up with a little bit more of that because I'm very fuck it.
I
I guess
love the how.
I'm very rebellious when it comes to the well just do it sort of shit because that was just sort of implied. Like I just didn't want to get
Yeah.
I didn't want to get my
Oh,
ass kicked, or my ass beat. Like I was just it's a good kid. But now it's
yeah.
like, well, I'm going to ask you. You've created the person that asks how at every given turn, so like, don't fucking yell at me for doing that. Like, I
Yeah.
completely get it because that's all. That's all I'm really interested in. And until somebody engages on the how, I just sort of, I just don't engage with
Well,
like the whole of it.
allow me to sort of conclude with, I mean, the why is easy. At one point, I thought the why was hard. Um, but when I realized that all of this revolves around the love of God and our existence as a whole and his purpose for us in our direction that he wants us to go, but he will let us go anywhere. I think that it's a beautiful concept. I think it's a beautiful natural filter of sorts that we are being that we are experiencing, and the the progress of going from point A to point B and getting like chronologically digested. Um, I like,
Chronologically digested.
yeah, it's like
Interesting.
chromatically, or just like just with time. Like we are being digested via clock, and that's, I mean, because eventually we will go to a place where there is no time, you know, and that's such a hard concept for me to wrap my head around. But it's not, it's neither here nor there. Literally, it's the purpose that I struggled with was the why at one point, but now that I've embraced the why and I've embraced, the love of God, like it's the how that I'm finding more and more interesting, because I'm interested in like I mean, because the why is driven, the how is sort of like the structure, and I like, just like I like trains, just like I like uh just like I like listening to machines work. Just, I like seeing things function with intent, and I think that witnessing the grand design will probably be one of the biggest blessings there ever could be. Just being even able to understand a fraction of the grand design would be such a cool, mind blowing experience that I just don't think we've even come close to fully understanding. And I don't think we ever will. As much as we try and play God at times with witchcraft and magic and all these other manipulations or perversions of, you know, how we try to pretend, and then it won't, it's so archaic, it's stone age compared to the absolute, and it's just such a fascinating, I could gush. But just you talking about the cities and not talking about
You're
how,
right.
like, what we're talking about cities and how they could potentially be circuit boards, and how we are turning our entire population into antennae that can both like take in and
Yeah, and I
broadcast
just refuse to
signals. And
believe that God thinks you're a bad person for going, why is all that stuff though?
absolutely not. No, I
That's
don't.
where,
I think
I've
there's
done
way
the
more
whole,
nuance than that.
I know I've done the whole like, the struggling between the how and the why is a really good distinction to make, because if you struggle with the how right now, the worst thing to be told is the why, and vice versa. Um, so like, I guess I struggled with, I'm with you. I struggled with why for a little bit there. Um,
Yeah,
the the how, let's see, what's a good way to put it?
that's the how is like looking and witnessing the fabric of the universe, discovering deoxyribonucleic acid, that type of thing. Like that's the how. That's the how that I'm interested in.
It's sort of like
Um,
if somebody won't acknowledge, like, I'm gonna use the phrase canonical Bible because it proves a point. It proves the point that people think there's a non-canonical Bible, and until we can at least talk about it, I'm never gonna engage fully with the idea itself. And so that was a good experience for me in my coming to Christ, not just knowing God, but in my coming to Christ was, okay, well, if God made me this way, then he can't be mad at me for saying fucking, well, why is those things? How come that? So yeah, if you're being told the why when you want to know that, I think that's a bad thing for people, because I know for me it pushed me in the opposite direction. At least it didn't bring me to the table as quick as it could have, which pisses me off, because again, like, you have the thing like the Charlie Kirk assassination. And then my buddy at work goes, like, well, all these young people are coming to Christ. It's not the true way. what fucking matcha latte shop is this? The fucking true. It's they're there now. That's what you wanted.
That's
That's what you want. That's what you wanted.
Mhm.
Young people to come to the church. So yeah, like I beat myself up a long time thinking like, well, maybe I just don't believe in Christ then, because like nobody wants to engage honestly with the fact like, why the fuck is that? Fucking this. Why are these everywhere? Why are they always next to another one? Fucking why is it always like that? And why is it in America? Well, you're just not a good Christian. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like
I don't
that was the
really
shit I
understand
hated.
that half. I remember us being there once before off stream. That half stadium that you were just at.
Like
I remember like studying that for a little bit. That was neat. A little off topic, but still cool.
but for real, like okay, well, like okay, so those were around Roman times. When's Roman times? How close to Jesus? Well, a lot of that shit was supposed to be really close to Jesus. Why is it in
Around the
fucking
same time,
America?
yeah.
That's all I
Well,
want to know. Why is it in America? Why do they call it California Babylon? Why are the Jews so fucking interested in Hollywood? Why the Jews got a fucking blood feud with Christians? Why does it all go back to the Bible?
inspiration.
Why does it have fucking anything to do with America if it's all over here?
Oh man. Well, you know the what type of wood is used for witchcraft, right? Or a witch's wand. You know what type of wood is used for a witch's wand?
Like dragon,
Apparently,
dragons.
Hollywood. A holly, the wood from a holly
You've got to
tree
be. Yeah, I
is used.
believe it. I fucking believe it.
Isn't that
You're not
great?
even fucking scratching the surface of. Oh, that's interesting. It's like, oh yeah, it fucking fits.
Hmm.
That wouldn't even fucking surprise me, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Hollywood. Where's the movie? I gotta
our
find the old movie. I gotta show. I gotta fucking blow everyone's mind. You ready for this? Hold on, you ready? I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. Ready for this? 19
there we
nothing.
go.
Boom. Okay. It's a beautiful picture. I love that picture. What were you saying?
Well, there was something about how right now with Hollywood and movies and the resolutions and what makes something compelling is strictly designed around our brain and how we like to have uh, a structure. And when we consume media externally that fits that structure that we so desire, it becomes more and more real, despite our perception not fully understanding our reality. We are using our five senses that are capable of understanding the reality to our own faults, to our own limits. And Hollywood essentially over time has warped our perception of reality and our expectation of reality
Yeah, they
with
fucking got us
with
good, dude.
our sense of what a perfect relationship looks like or what a perfect whatever. It rose tinted glasses. That's exactly what watching a movie is a lot of the time. Um, and yeah, no, it's that's the way of uh, distorting our perception of reality and expectations. So even though it might not seem like a lot, um, I still get pumped whenever I have a 1 or 2% drop chance increase in something, because there's that extra 1 or 2% chance drop rate for an item that I really want. It's better than nothing, but it can make a difference. It can be the factor that prevents me from getting the item or not. That notion, that concept, that
Listen, in
idea, that
Pokemon, if it's a 95% accurate move, it's a 50% accurate move.
no, that's different. That's if anything, Pokemon's more like reality.
No, but I get it. I mean, if you're talking about a fucking 30% chance move, 30% chance to hit, and tackles 95%. It's like, ah, roll the dice. Fuck it. That one little piece. You just need that one little piece, and it would have convinced you.
You know what I almost got you
Shoot.
for Christmas? Oh yeah, here, check this out. Let me look for it first.
I wish the government would
Uh,
give out deportation vouchers and you just fucking cash those in and just deport somebody real. I would love that for Christmas. I would fucking love to be the reason that somebody got deported. Like, to be the reason. Like, this is his name, and Merry Christmas, get the fuck out. Oh, where are you from? Is it nice there this time of year? Go find out.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna post it in your chat just because it's cool.
Do it. Where am I? Am I in Spain? Spain or Portugal? One of the two.
I'm still sitting here staring at my brekkie. I need to eat.
Ooh.
It's literally just a short, but I think I love this. It's so cool. It's literally a desk toy that you flip upside down.
I love that shit like that happens though. That's so cool.
It's the organization and outcome through the chaos of the choice between going left or right when leaving at a narrow point.
So
It shows the bell curve. That's neat.
fucking bell curve. I fucking hate the bell curve because that's where everyone fucking is. That's where
Well,
people are that fucking give you change and 65 cents and they give you fucking 65 cents back. Like, well, that's the number on the screen said. Fucking drill a hole through my brain. Drill a hole through my fucking brain every day.
I can feel your need to smoke a cigarette through the way you're talking right now. I can
That's
just
really
feel
funny.
it.
That's funny. I mean, I wasn't even thinking that. At some point, I was probably gonna go do that, so I might go do that. But so I'm gonna bring this up because we were saying like, okay, well, like, well, what if fucking Hollywood, Babylon? What if there's at least a connection because they're totally different ends of the fucking earth. This movie set here, for this movie, The Ten Commandments, they demanded this be built, practical set for the movie. Now, I want to know why. You built practical... so number one, the plastering is different shading here. So, like, they filled stuff in, which would sort of make sense because, like, there's shit missing. Dude wanted this whole set built for this movie. The whole Ishtar Gates. He wanted the whole set built. The whole thing. And so that's what happened. The worst part is, this movie was shot twice. And one was in the 20s.
That the first time? Oh.
One was in the 20s, and one was in the 50s. And the set was just, apparently it was so perfect, so beautiful. They built a pyramid for the set. This was so beautiful and such a wonderful piece of fucking Hollywood history that he demanded that it be buried immediately. So this is just built and buried somewhere in California because that's just the easiest way to explain why all that shit was there, I guess, right? To fucking film a movie on it and say, oh, it was a live set and then we left it. That's such a fucking brilliant fucking inheritor way to frame. That's so fucking smart. I wish I would have thought of shit like that's fucking genius. Absolutely fucking genius. You fucking built it. Where is it? Bradford or some shit, like in the fucking nothing. In the fucking nothing. Where is it? It's insulting because it's like, oh yeah, we could have just fucking filmed this in a set. Could have done it twice, but no, we gotta fucking build two whole fucking gates of Ishtar in the middle of the desert in California. Right before the Great Depression, right after fucking World War. Perfect timing, mate. Fucking perfect.
So, what was your favorite Pokemon set? Was it Sinnoh?
Set. In generation?
You're like, yeah, generation.
5. I gotta go 5.
Oh, that one isn't out yet, man. wait, hang on. You have Kanto and then Johto and then Hoenn and then Sinnoh. All right, yeah. So yeah. So the what
Gen 5 is by far the best generation of Pokemon. I think we really fucking got. I think Nintendo fucking saw the writing on the wall, and I think we're eating shit like Legend ZA because we didn't appreciate Gen 5.
Generation 5? I've been hard stuck on watching these Pokemon documentaries. But what they do is they use AI and like an AI narrator, but they animate and make the Pokemon more realistic using AI tool.
Okay, I
And
actually have seen those. Those are kind of cool.
holy crap.
Those are
I'm
kind of
talking
cool.
they're not just kinda like it's called like the Professor Oak Files is one of them that I watch. But they have the first four so far of all the of first four generations.
I remember
Uh,
whenever I first saw the Kanto one released, maybe not when it was released, but I looked at it and I went outside. I had a cigarette. I was with the lady that day, and I was like, huh. I have to go in and tell her. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna look her dead in the eye and say, babe, I'm gonna make you watch this now, because this is the first time and only time that I am okay with AI content, because this is really fucking cool. Like, this is awesome. I think I watched Johto most of the way through. I think I remember Johto because I think I remember the legendary dogs, but I do not think I saw Hoenn yet. And I'm fucking
oh,
playing Gen 4 all the time,
dude,
Gen 2 and Gen 4 all the time. So
this one came out 7 days ago, but I think this is the latest one. It's Sinnoh region, and it's so I don't think I haven't watched this one in particular yet, but I've watched the other ones in what is it? Yeah, there's Chimchar. Sick. So yeah, I haven't seen this one yet, but it looks cool. I like it.
I really, oh, you know what kind of fucking sucks? I think I don't even know
Hmm.
how many times we've actually streamed. Like, this is like the fifth one, and I already the one time I did any Pokemon content was ranking megas, and there's literally already brand new megas out, so it's like outdated already.
We got to do it again, man.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna actually pull that up. I'm gonna go have a cigarette and then pull that up. Fucking do that.
Sure.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Cecil DeMille. It was not 1957. It was 1923. So just had these entire Ishtar gates. This whole not parts of weren't even in the fucking movie. Just built it. What a they were so ambitious 100 years ago. Like, just fucking micro. Maybe lead was the answer, dog. Maybe lead was the answer.
Maybe
Because it
maybe Red
certainly ain't
Mercury
fucking
was the answer.
microplastics. What?
Maybe Red Mercury was the answer.
Get me started.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yo,
know.
does it keep my? I guess that. No, this can't be my actual ranking of these. No, it's not. Okay.
No.
I was gonna say I did not yank Rayquaza that hard. There's no way I put Lucario and
Mega
Gengar.
giant shrimp, blue shrimp. Hell no, it doesn't belong there. What
Get
the?
that duff. This is a
Get that
community thing. Duff. Yeah, dark type for fucking. Fuck you. Stupid. This is mine. Okay, that's better. You got Scrafty at the top. Oh, does it still not even have the new ones yet? No, it does. It has the
Oh,
Chimecho.
yeah, you can still add them though, so that's good.
So these are the old ones. The only two new ones. I don't. Have you seen the new ones, like the DLC new
Not
ones?
all of them. I've been avoiding them honestly. I haven't
Okay,
seen
well,
them all.
it's time to rub your
I
face
think
in it.
I've seen the Starmie one. I think that's in the Dragonite one, which I kind of liked actually. Um, but that was about it.
All right, well, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go do myself a good
Click,
old BRB.
give a little clicky. Oh wait, no, I'll just watch it on my No,
I don't
fuck.
know copyright rules. Honestly, like Twitch, I felt like was so like it was the Wild West. Like if I set up a campfire here and I wanted to shoot you because you were too close, well, that's fuck what happened. Like you got banned, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't actually know the YouTube rules. Like I'm really hesitant even to say like, oh, it's copyright free. Well, do I have to put a link to the copyright free artist? Blah, 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 blah. I don't fucking know anything, dude.
Uh,
I
I
I'm
think
just
because it's on YouTube.
I'm just gonna show it again right here. That's what it is. Timestamp it. Go staple yourself to a tree for a hunger strike. Somebody, I don't go do something about it. YouTube, I don't care. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Check that
I'm a
GIF out. That's
crush.
just so tight.
Let's see it. All right, that is pretty sick. Ooh. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, what a lazy day.
What's that?
What a lazy day.
Yeah, dude. For real.
So lazy.
I blame the 5G.
I do too. Every single one of them. Alright, I'm trying to think which ones are new. They're gonna do it by generation. That's good. Okay, cool. That's what I want. Alright, so these ones we know. Skarmory's on there, Excadrill, Scolipede, Gravity, Electros, Pyro, Floette, Malamar, Galaxy, Alucha, Failing. Okay, Mega Dimensions. Here are the DLC ones. You got this one where he's like a little bit of a Raichu. This one's just Pikachu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just Pikachu. Can I click on that? I want to see his Mega.
I was trying to think of a Pokemon last night that had these two types that were like based on these two types. And there is literally only one, and it's an Alolan type. And I didn't even realize. I thought it was. I thought Alolan Raichu was electric water. No, he's electric psychic,
He's electric
and that's what.
psychic.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was like, are there any Pokemon out there that are electric psychic? And the only ones I could think of were none, except for maybe Ampharos, but I don't even think they're like inherently. I think they're just purely
They're just
electric.
electric, and even the Mega just
So,
gets Dragon.
so it's neat how we've gone so long, and yet the two like some of the oldest types still have yet to have like merging. I wonder what would break in the game if there was a Pokemon out there, like a 3 evolution, 1 mega edition type of Pokemon that's purely like psychic electric. What would that do to the meta of Pokemon?
Um,
What would shift?
it
What
would
would
make
break?
Psychic even weaker. Like
Really?
Psychic's a pretty bad typing, but just adding a ground weakness to it would not be good. Like if there's anything really, it's just making the electric typing way worse because then you get dark, ghost weakness. It's immune to uh, dark types are immune to your attacks. Like
So
you get some stab on poison, you get some stab on fighting, but that's it.
So what you're saying is the some of the two coolest types that are in Pokemon can't merge because if they did, they'd become even lamer.
Basically, it's yeah, like psychic is just a really bad type, like a flying electric
Wow.
type. Okay, well that's really cool and stuff because you get rid of the one electric weakness, but then you add a rock weakness. You add a do you add an I think electric resists itself, but then you get an ice weakness, rock weakness. So you actually end up losing one, gaining two.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's not like it would break the meta in a great way. Unfortunately, it would just be another piece of shit in the rubbish bin. Sadly,
Damn.
one thing that's cool, and I will say, is the Mega Absol Z. Another dark ghost type. I love it. Give me more of those. It's only got one weakness in Fairy. Previously none before Fairy, but Mega Absol Z is supposed to be like the dark version of Absol, like the Mega Absol original one, because this one's supposed to be the angel. And then they went and made this one, which is supposed to be like the devil. And it's like, okay, that's actually conceptually, I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Cool. Did something. Megastar Raptor, really cool. I like that one a lot. It's got fighting flying, so it actually gets some stab on its close combat. Awesome. Then they gave these two guys more Mega Evolutions, which I don't think they needed. But
Why though?
well,
Why do they? Ugh.
have you ever wondered what Garchomp would be like without the fucking quintessential ground typing? Well,
Hmm.
here's a dragon. Enjoy. This one apparently looks like a K-pop star, something Miku or whatever, and I agree.
Hatsune
Yeah,
Miku.
I agree. Actually,
What about oh, I just feel like gushing about Annihilate because I like him.
Annihilate's such a
He's
great
cool.
Pokemon. I think that's the only fighting ghost.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, you might be right.
Sometimes it gives you breakdowns.
Oh,
It doesn't give you doubles.
he's so cool. What's a shiny look like? Are you able to see?
And
It's probably nothing. It's probably negligible.
well, let's find out. Bitch. Oh yeah, negligible. Unfortunate.
It's just like a tinge. I don't like that, man. I wish they wouldn't do that.
Just make it all white. That'd have been
Or
sick.
if they're shiny, the colors should just purely be inverted.
You might as
It would be
well.
drastic,
Yeah, but it would
but
be
like,
better.
yeah, instead of it would have black tips with a white and like a
That would
white
be
body
so
instead.
sick. That would be so
Yeah.
sick. I don't fucking know. Better than that, nothing. So yeah, this thing just exists. These two things exist again because apparently Sinnoh's not loved enough. Heatran, this thing's cool. I think Mega Heatran's cool. Fucking melting. He's literally just melting more. That's cool.
You were like, you mean Meltan? Oh no, just melt like you're
He's
talking.
melting. He's actually melting.
It's
Yeah,
like
he's a
Meltan's a different Pokemon.
Mega Heatran. No, that one.
Melt.
That's a
That's a
shame that
Steel
that
Ditto.
Pokemon exists.
That's a Steel Ditto. That's a Ditto that got into the ferrofluid.
I wish it wasn't so simple. The whatchamacallit fucking Meltan and then
Have you
Melmetal.
seen his Evos?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish it wasn't so simple. He's just like a really sleek guy with like a nut for a head. Like, it's a
Right.
good design, but
Or look at Magnemite. I don't know. I feel like it's fair. Wait, isn't there a Pharaoh? There is a Pharaoh fluid Pokemon, isn't there? But they call it something like Pharaoh something. Uh,
there's Ferrothorn. He's grass, steel.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. It's like it's like ferrofluid based. Looks
He's
neat.
spiky. He's got little spikes on him.
Yeah, that's neat. I like it.
I kind of like I like these ones here.
Go
The
lurk.
Golurk and Crabominable ones. Really cool little thing to note about him. Apparently, he's supposed to be like all the ghostly energy is like welling up within him or whatever. So these little patches on him that light up, like that little crack there and that little doodad, they're actually completely pitch black here because again, all the energy's leaking out of him. So that makes sense. That adds up more than any of this shit. But that adds up. Crabominable, this thing's sick. This thing looks awesome. Like the mega form, really cool. Fighting ice, terrible. Typing ice is just awful, sadly. Mega
Fractal.
Galisopod, crushed it out of the park. Bug Steel, best typing in the game. Well, better, not as good as Steel Fairy, but fucking real good.
Oh, so Tinkaton's like really strong.
No, because Tinkaton's just a pathetic attacker. It's got no good attack.
But it has special attack, right?
Yeah, but its signature move, Gigaton Hammer, is like 150 base power, and it doesn't even have good attacks. It's got 75 attack. It doesn't even have. It says 70 special attack, so it's not even like.
Right, but I mean that's to make up for its weak. If something were to be able to have Megaton Hammer, someone else, I think it could be like a catastrophic attack. If there was a way that you could mimic or uh, it'd be niche.
Am
It would
I
be
not
incredibly
seeing?
niche.
There it is.
That'd be fun to think. That's a
160 power with no fucking drawback at all. No waiting another turn. No inaccuracy. It's literally 160 power. So I mean, yeah, you're right. The reason they gave it to that one is because it doesn't have to be.
the power. I like the concept because like the power itself, you can tell comes from the hammer, not the actual creature. The thing is literally wielding it. It's strong enough to wield it, and the scaling is balanced on how strong like the actual Tinkaton is, not the hammer. So like it makes sense for the hammer to do a lot of damage, but because it's a specific damage typing that isn't strong for Tinkaton, it'll still do like a sizable chunk, but it won't be like you know what I mean? It makes sense. It's a very mathematically flavorful application for like the
They
use
really
of those
thought it was gonna
specific.
go far because of that move until people looked at the stats. You know, it's like in Mario Kart when the stats are actually really good, but it just sucks to drive. Like this one was kind of like that.
Right, but isn't there a way that you can like augment or change or like using Trick Room or something to reverse like the like damage typings or something? Like isn't there a way like that you can like flip it to make Tinkaton like straight up just just a mollywhopper, you know?
You,
There's got to be
I mean,
something.
if you have the best attack you could have on a Tinkaton, let's look that up real quick. Go, what's it called? Smogon. I don't want the university. I just want maybe is it Showdown? I thought it was Smogon. Okay, yeah, team. Team builder. New team. Block. I don't care. OU, add Pokemon. There we go. Tinkaton. Okay. So if we go to its stat spread and give it all attack, only attack, and give it an adamant nature, and it has perfect IVs and everything, its attack still only goes up to a base 75 instead of 70. So I mean, if with full IV investment, even with a choice band, Give it mold
even
break.
with its nature.
Yeah, adamant nature, ability mold breaker, gigaton, hammer. There's a way to do like move. Like you can do whole move calculators and stuff. It's probably better. Come on,
Hmm.
move damage. Yeah, damage calculators. For being a Nuzlocke person, I'm surprised I don't do those. How do you find the Pokemon? Oh, there you go. Okay. Tinkaton, OU utility, bulky wall, 1v1 the Tink. Okay, so monotype swords dance. So that's sort of like, I guess you would play swords dance to try to get your attack up. Nature would be adamant.
What item would they be holding?
You would be holding the choice band if you're trying to get more attack out of it. Choice band. Healthy status, gigaton hammer. Physical steel type. Critical. Okay, so if it was on an Obama Snow with a crit, since Obama Snow is ice type, it's super effective, so it's gonna kill it no matter what.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. But if it's not a crit, you... Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's a full defense invested Obama Snow. If you get a crit, you have a 135 to 160% chance of one hit killing the thing. But if you don't get a crit, it's only a 37% chance to kill something that's super effective, weak to that move, with choice band, adamant nature. It's healthy. Yeah, it hit one time, critical. Can I want to add maybe a swords dance boost. That's funny. It says possibly the worst move ever. Yeah, well, swords dance ain't meant to kill, dog. Okay, so is that how much damage it's gonna do? Okay, so I mean, unfortunately, that typing is gonna hold that back a lot. I don't know anything about Magearna, so I don't know if it's rocking like the same shit. What a great design, though. Magearna. I don't even know when this Pokemon came out. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Massive special attacker, so this thing's bulky as shit.
Yeah.
Bulky
That's
and
why I
could
liked
kill
her.
ya.
Who's that?
This is Magearna. Gen 7.
What?
Yeah, it got a Mega, and I mean, its Mega's actually pretty dope.
What were the cogwheels that were like symbiotic Pokemon? Like
Oh, Clink, Clink,
and
Clang,
Clank?
and Clink Clang.
Is that like the same family tree?
I can see how you might think that, actually. That would be a really cool symbiotic relationship.
Oh, so you think we're related because we got...
Yeah. Oh, what? So all magnets related? My Magneta. What the fuck was I looking
Do
up?
you remember? Do you remember that the genetic
Genesect.
family tree,
Oh, genetic family tree. Go on.
the Pokemon genetic tree video where the guy like actually creates like a tree based on like how the Pokemon could potentially be related depending on
Yes,
their
and that's
typing.
actually very impressive.
Like
The
I
Pokemon
loved how,
phylogenetic tree.
yeah, I guess that's what it was called.
Yeah, Pokemon
Uh,
phylogenetic.
I was such a I might just rewatch that. That was really good. Just the concept of it, how he as soon as he started putting it out, it like fell together nicely. Like it didn't it made sense the way it did, and the way it was balanced was like almost perfect. There were some like really odd. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's so neat.
I like stuff like that because it shows that like one of the furthest things that you can, one of the furthest evolutions you could have from it would be a pine cone, and that turns into a rock.
It's a rock.
That's pretty. That is pretty neat. Some of it is a little lazy because like obviously like there's no for pocket monsters. There's not that many that look like the Charmander line. But if there were, that would be right there. It would be right with them. Like Ekans and
Be a
Arbok,
Pokemon
I'm
that
kind
has a
of.
flame tip tail.
This doesn't have all the Okay, it can't
I
have
mean,
all.
there's Magmar too. He has a flame tip tail.
He is what, like up here or something. Where would he
Oh,
be?
you'd have to zoom, dude. I have no idea.
I know it's not letting me zoom any further than that.
Uh, I got you.
They
If
have
you
him
right
down
click,
here with after they say he comes from Fortress.
I wonder if they made an updated video for the new generations.
I wanna, yeah, I'd like to. I'd probably watch that.
Let's see.
Tree
What'd you
of
call it
life,
again?
the phylogenetic tree. It's not that big. How do people make those paintings with like infinite zoom, but Google can't give me a picture that's bigger than 1,000? Fucking probably money.
Found it.
So yeah, I mean the new megas are they're something. Mega Scoville and got a mega. Like I'm actually kind of not even mad at that. That's fine. That's cool. You're talking about unique typings too. Like look at the Pokemon that get it. You have um, so you get a dragon or you get a dark ghost, so that's pretty unique. You get a flying fighting, which I think only Halucha is the only other one. So then now you officially have, a second Pokemon. Mega Garchomp, fucked you up twice, boy. I'm sorry about that. Fighting Steel, not many of those. Fire Steel, not many of those. Ghost Ground, not many of those. Fighting Ice, I think that's probably the only one. Maybe Sneasler, like Hisui and Sneasel evolution or whatever. Maybe Sneasler. Bug Steel, there's only 3 of them or whatever. Steel Fairy, there's only a couple of them. Fire Grass, that's the only one. Rock Poison, there's really none of those. Max Caliber should not have gotten a Mega Evolution. The fuck? Why? Is it supposed to look like it's getting stabbed? Come on, come on. You mean to tell me you're gonna make that? What's he? Oh my gosh! But using DNA. My goodness, he really makes this bitch.
So fascinating.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because like why would you
Does it
look at
start with Mew?
it should, yeah, it does.
Let's say it better.
If there's not lore reasons and like actual like yeah, I mean I bet this person put in a shitload of time. I bet this actually took as long as they said it did. I need to is this true? How does he sleep? Why did Digimon ass
Ooh, you
this
want to know how he sleeps?
like okay,
He,
so
pr-
they add this little fucking nipple tree on him.
oh, he stands up. Like he probably plops down, like he's squatting, and then his like head just kind of rests on his chest. Guaranteed, that's how he sleeps.
I would be pissed if I evolved with a fucking thumb coming out of my sternum. Damn.
Yeah, that is a very bizarre.
I
It's so
hate chest.
opulent.
I hate that, like this thing, like Lucario. I hate the chest spike. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm like that with Gardevoir too. I don't like that
Yes.
thing.
The fuck is that? Why is it on my Pokemon? Why at all?
So, sometimes it makes sense. Like, what's the armor? The fire shadow.
Armor
Uh,
Rouge and
ar-
Ceruledge.
yeah, I actually really like those designs,
They are
but
not bad Pokemon designs. They are not bad
they're
at all.
cool. I don't know how good they are anymore, but
I
I
don't
remember
really
like
know.
being pumped to get one.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I this thing was sick. He doesn't even really have like an actual big chest bump thing.
He
Yeah,
doesn't.
they no, they just got like regular ass armor, man. I accept that. I can totally take that. But now I am.
I kind of wish they had other evolutions.
I heard of a I heard a really good concept. It was taking Yamask and giving it an evolution for every type. Ceruledge isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Fire
It's
Ghost is
cool.
cool. Oh, the other one gets Fire Psychic? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What a horrible type.
Oh, it does have. That's right. It can evolve whether it's a. There's something. What impacts its evolution?
This
I know it does
thing,
something.
this item, so you either get Auspicious Armor or the Malicious Armor.
That's right.
So if you give him the Auspicious, he becomes Auspicious. But if you don't,
That's so cool.
he doesn't.
That's so cool.
I like a little bit of I like a little bit of variety in some of these evolutions. Like I'm again, this is Pokemon. I get that. I'm cool with that. That's a Pokemon.
I hate how much I'm still so emotionally attached to the IP. I love it, but I hate it.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're fucking telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. I'm looking at my. I was looking at my Heart Gold save file, and it was just supposed to be a Nuzlocke where I named the people after towns in Ohio, and I can't tell you how many times I've set that back to 0. This current save file is like 115 hours, and I'm just like, how do I keep doing this? How is it
Mhm.
always several hundred hours a month?
I still want to put it somewhere to log my information. I want to be able to keep my Pokemon after a run
That's
and
why
then put them somewhere.
I keep my white 2 Pokedex. Like I'm gonna eventually I'll get that shiny Psyduck over. Like you gotta get all your shinies. This was a really
There's-
good idea for a Pokemon concept here. A Yamask of every type. So it's usually holding a mask and then it becomes the coffin. And so what if it holds different items and turns into different types? I thought that was a banger idea. So if he's holding like a Pokédoll, he turns into that guy. Uh, nice little concept for a Pokemon there. So that goes normal. If he's holding something poison, oh, he's like holding a little mask. That's stupid.
If
Becomes a
only
mask.
Pokemon could get that deep. I think the reason why they don't is specifically because then that same rule would have to be applied to the rest of Pokemon designs, which could completely like shatter like some fundamental consistencies that they've been, trying to stick by for since the beginning.
I
But then you have
agree.
these outlandish things like Staryu or Starmie with the freaking legs. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. There's just some shit that's just like, why?
It's
Is it just because it's not there are no consistencies, therefore it fucking it does that? I don't know.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like, which one is it? Sell me the bridge or don't.
We're back to the bridge.
This is, I don't know if I've ever seen the full like 8 minute video of this or whatever. It might have been a short, but this is actually a really cool one right here. So it picks
Mhm.
up the old amber, which is the Aerodactyl fossil.
Okay.
And so what would happen if a Pokemon did get a hold of something like that? That's fucking sick. That's so cool. So it holds the item that becomes Aerodactyl and embodies Aerodactyl. So fucking smart. Ghost Rock, and then you get your first Ghost Rock type ever. That's sick. So cool.
Imagine it being breedable.
That's just a vile Pokemon, man. What a good one. This thing's holding a
Imagine breeding
berry.
it with a real Aerodactyl. Would you get a real one, or would you get like a strange hybrid already holding the item? Probably, I would assume it would be holding a new item, and it would just be a little tiny thing. It wouldn't be a
That would
fossil.
be. It depends on what the held item would be when you bred it. I bet. So I bet if you give it like all the breeding incenses or whatever, like if you give it the rock incense, it would become like it would hold the rock or whatever. If it, you couldn't obviously do Aerodactyl because I guess you could because Cloyster is a shelter or Slowbro is just a cloister on its tail. So you can't really say that there's, huh? You totally fucking could just make it Aerodactyl then. Yeah, fuck it.
Well, it could be a toss up between the two, of which predominant traits are being passed. I think that there could be such a really cool like Pokemon breeding game that where you literally mix and match to create your own. It's something that I've been dreaming for a long, long time, and I'm sure, and there are websites dedicated to those, like mashing up the sprites to make your own freakish or cool looking
Oh yeah.
Pokemon. I'm shocked that Pokemon still has yet to do something. And you know what? I bet you once they figure out their own internal AI, they'll make their own. When they have AI to be able to sort of have its own rule set that can be like malleable but not like breakable, I think that's where we'll start seeing uh, Pokemon uh, getting a little more experimental. They need to go a little more broke until then, though.
Yeah,
They need
I don't
to
know what's ever gonna
change
make him
things.
innovate. I don't think if people
You
just
know what? The
would.
lack of funding. When enough sad people that are so hard stuck on FOMO that I don't know, man. I've watched the Pokemon IP evolve, change, and do its own thing. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But the crux is the decisions outside of the IP that I have a problem with, not the game itself. And the decisions externally are causing the lack of um what's the innovation. It's because the externally they don't want the passion because the passion won't always be there. So they're trying to keep a consistency and have like the passion kind of on a tap, like how you tap like how you try to get maple syrup, like when we got it tapped into this person,
That's so
it'll be the
unfortunately true.
slow drip process.
That's so
That's what
unfortunately true. They
I'm on
learned
an
that passion doesn't pay either, because like I was saying with Gen 5, like those were the. I don't care if they're your favorites or not. I don't care if anyone fucking watches this and has a disagreement, but like Nintendo at the time, Game Freak at the time, that they said that was their passion project. I'm
yeah.
not putting those words in their mouth. Like that's what they said. So when you see
Ah,
it go downhill from something where they did, they didn't have to do literally anything in that game that they did, But then you go to Gen 6 and it's like, you guys actually just didn't do things you needed to do. That was the first time they started doing
Yeah.
that. It's like, you guys didn't
There's
even add what you needed to in the game.
so much red tape, so much uh, stuff in the way preventing the innovation. But I also think that there should be some, obviously, because I have heard stories about early development in Pokemon where there were people that were working on the game that were either time crunching or putting too much in, that it was like I think lives were being lost. Like there were like people dying trying to make this Pokemon game function and be like cohesive and work. So like the formula is still very delicate, but some of the additions that they put in are so like they give off the opposite signal as if they're out of ideas, so they're just going with these things they're pulling out of their navel. Like it just
Well,
I
that's
don't
where
understand.
the tap will consistently give you that little drip every, like, I don't know, maybe like every 3 generations they'll have like something good, whether it's like a
Yeah.
single Pokemon design or like, I don't know, I think, no, it's, I can't even say that. That's not even true. The story in Scarlet and Violet was really good. They haven't had a good story since Gen 5. So, and then since then they haven't had a good story since like Gen 1 and 2. And Gen 1 and 2 were so rudimentary. It was just like, take monster, go. So it's like, that's a good story. That's literally better than the plot of fucking whatever ZA is. Like, oh, the government doesn't want the Pokemon running around like crazy. Better ask the new kid, who's the only person that can hold a Pokemon. Just it's
Wasn't there
stupid.
there wasn't anyone externally in charge of like wasn't maybe it was just a Pokemon card, but wasn't there like a winner of some kind that helped design a Pokemon at one point? Wasn't that a thing, or was it just a card? It may have just been like a Pokemon
I
card.
think it was just a card. I don't think they. I mean, there's so many Pokemon where I could be like, this was totally just designed by like a contest winner. Like, I think Tropius is probably the best example. Like, the fine banana tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That, what a fucking
I,
loser. What a shitty Pokemon. They
I
make
don't
such a
think
beast and they fucking give it nothing.
I think the concept works. I love the idea. I like watching Pokemon grow and see where like the IP goes.
But you want to know why I don't
I
like this Pokemon? Because the IP didn't grow or go anywhere.
yeah,
That's why I don't like this Pokemon, because
so many dead ends.
they had 7 different generations, which is now, I think, what, 2003, 4 would have been Ruby Sapphire when this guy came out. So you had 20 years to do something with him. Give him a baby form, even. Give him a fucking a mega something. No, then they do nothing.
My
Nothing.
my biggest gripe is how much funding compared to what kind of product. Like weighing the two together, six sevening the two. Pokemon income, Pokemon product. 6 7 doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. There is zero cohesion. There is no concept that can result to what is happening here besides just a failure. There is some kind of fault happening. And the prioritization has shifted and skewed so much that it just something doesn't add up. Like money is going somewhere and it's not coming back out. Where is that money going? You can say the same thing about a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, I want. I'm
the
gonna
amount
start
of
needing itemized receipts about like Pokemon designs and shit too. Like, I know what you mean.
dude, if only. I would love community driven stuff that is all based on census and like I want to see this IP grow into something even cooler. But
I'm
it's
even fine if
so
it wants to section
strangulated.
itself back off into being what it was and when it was good. Be a pixel art game again. Don't try to do open anything. Don't try 3D.
Yeah.
Get away from that shit. You guys are
Have you
bad
seen
drunks. You're terrible
have you
drunks.
seen what like 3D pixel art can do though?
That's
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like they can
the execution's just been done so poorly over the years.
Octopath.
It's been copy
Octopath
paste.
is that's the only word I need to say for me to know that Pokemon just they fucked themselves into a complete hole. They could have had a game that looked like this.
Yeah.
They could have. Black and White had 3D models on the DS. So did Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, Pearl, all that or whatever.
It's a shame the game kind of sucked. It was a pretty game, but like overall, Octopath was short
But
and
Pokemon did both of the styles perfectly. They could have done both, but they didn't. So in my opinion, I think instead of asking them to make game that you a game that's similar to a game you like, except now it's Pokemon, I think they should just get the fuck away from being like games you like. Because they keep ruining themselves being like that.
yes.
It's like, let's go Pikachu and Eevee. It's fucking never needed to be made. Didn't need to be made. Just didn't need to be made. This is why I'm so disgusted when people say, like, oh, I can't wait for Gen 5 remakes. Get those words the fuck out your mouth. You've seen what they've done, these sloppy drunks. You've seen what they've fucking done to your boys. Look at this dude's eyes. Look at the change in his eyes. Look how soft that little fuck. His eye looks so soft, as opposed to how sharp it looked. I
Look at
don't
the
even. I
dude and
can't
the
even
boy.
in the words. I can't even put into words how they fucked his eye up. But that's the difference in the design philosophy of Gen 6 versus Gen 1. Everything you're saying, this is the fucking drop coming out of the tap. This was when times were good and we was all eating. And then this was like, well, fuck, their blood sugar's low. We gotta give them at least a molecule of sugar. Yeah. So I would not hate them. I wouldn't be so frustrated. The reason I don't get so frustrated with Pokemon is because I live in the past with it. I live so in the past with Pokemon, and it keeps me so. I'm not insulated from the new shit. It makes me so much more ingrained in the past. I like Tropius in my when I play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. He's still a shitty Pokemon, but I like him because there's not the context of it being however many extra years on. He's just closer to being the floor. And the ceiling's not as high.
Mm.
But yeah, when Pokemon tries to be like grounded, it's like, stop trying to be like grounded. Stop trying to be like this. Stop trying to be like that. You guys suck. You guys are ruining everything. Like this is pixel art. This is good pixel art. This is great pixel art, actually.
You've
The,
seen
the
what they're
designs were
doing?
sharp. What?
The newest one that just came out is like more live action. I haven't actually seen the combat like entirely, so I'm not really sure what to expect. But it looked like from what I saw, like the trainer stays back and you can manually control the Pokemon. And that's something I've wanted for a like since I was a kid, since I was like
And where was
15,
this?
14. The latest Pokemon game. I think it's Z is
No, I don't think you move your Pokemon around.
it's the one where you're just kind of in the city. You don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't
Uh,
control your Pokemon, unfortunately.
it's still turn-based.
No, it's not turn-based. It's cooldown based.
See, yeah, that's going in the right direction, I think. There I would love like a tactics version of Pokemon would be sick. Holy crap.
You mean just
Pokemon
Pokemon?
Tactics.
You mean just like regular Pokemon?
No, see, no, I'm talking like instead of just turn-based, like old school, dated, turn-based
Oh,
straight
okay. So
punches.
this is gonna
I'm
be more
talking
like
about like
tactics for you then.
chessboard. I'm talking like chessboard where you position your ranged Pokemon versus
Yeah.
I would want that. Like where my
See,
water gun actually means something,
that's
you know?
unfortunate because that would have worked if they weren't in pixel art, or that would have worked if they're not in 3D thinking land. You're
Oh, they
never
can
gonna
still
get a
do it.
tactics game. You're never gonna get a Pokemon tactic because, and here's why: the Legends game is that now, because your placement matters. They're never gonna
Yeah.
go to a system where you're on a chessboard if they can just have you moving in, every cardinal direction. They're just not gonna
But
go back.
I'm okay with that too. It's still tactical. Like it's position based. I'm okay with that. It
But
doesn't
it's
need to
bad.
be like
But like it's
if
not
the
good.
if shit, if the gameplay is fun, I'll enjoy it. But it's the how do I explain this? It's the execution has always been just done so poorly, and it's so underwhelming whenever they try something new at this point that their innovation is just watered down. It's like the idea is there, but their
Well, this
follow
is
through is
why
about as
this is why I keep saying like they need to stop fucking pretending to be everyone's best friend. Because by try
yeah.
like you end up like the Democrat Party. It's like, okay, well uh we're these people, but we're also for these people. Well, those people throw those people off roofs. No, they don't. We're for both of them. Shut up. That's kind of what, and that's
uh,
what Pokemon is trying to be. They're like, well, you can have your following Pokemon and the day night cycle, and okay, but yeah, now you can only go next door. You
the
can't leave the
theory
city. So whenever
the
they try to
theory
get closer to something like you want, they get further away by having to cut the corners everywhere else. And so yeah, the execution, the fact that they have to execute it at all means they have to cut the sandwich in half because they have to feed two people. They have to feed the old fans and they have to feed the new fans. Just feed the fucking
I just
fans
don't
with money.
I just don't like the being gaslit part where they're saying, well, there's two sandwiches. Well, actually, it was one sandwich. You divided it into two, and it's just a lower quality sandwich. I'm not
Yeah, they
getting as
didn't have
much
to do that. They
nutrition.
didn't have to make Legends at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, true.
They could have just made good games. Instead, now they have two separate series of bad games. Congratulations, you fucking idiots.
Well, here's
Like,
the
if
thing.
I wanted to be a worse nurse, I would take on way more responsibility than I could handle. That's what they did.
They're playing a dead formula. They're using a dead formula or a dying formula or a formula that's on like life assistance right now. It's been that way for so long.
I mean,
So it's nice to see them take these chances, but the chances that they're taking are so underwhelming.
it's
Uh,
Pokemon. It should have never been like a tactics game because if they're late to the party at all because they are as bad at innovation as they are, it's never going to move any it's never going to move the needle in any genre. But so now you have, Pokemon with tactics or something. It's 10 years late to the party or whatever, but it's Pokemon. So instead of making a tactics like game, why not just make Pokemon require new tactics? So add another type. You guys, okay, so typing is your thing because you're Pokemon. Add another one. Don't change the fucking gameplay formula. Like now, if in the next game I have to build a fucking base, I'm throwing every Pokemon game I have into a fucking wood chipper. I don't want to build a fucking base ever the fuck again for as long as I fucking live, as I'm sitting here right here today. Like I hate why am I building a base? I just want to go. This is a fucking cartoon. This is a video game. Let me just go in this building. That's my house. I don't want to build a base. So if Pokemon adds base building, you better believe it's gonna be monotonous. It's gonna be fucking bare minimum. There's gonna be like 10 currencies involved, and you gotta come back daily at the worst time of day to do shit. It's
it's
gonna be everything you hate in games, and they're gonna put it in because they were late to the
that's
party.
it's kind of where you're losing me a little bit. Just because you also have to remember that Pokemon isn't is a massive IP, and they will have people that are just dedicated to buy whatever product that's being put out. With that being said, there's a stable enough platform for them to create a new game that could be possible with the funding that they have that they just somehow don't use.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe, like I'm beating a dead horse here, is the follow through with they have the innovation, they have the capability, but they're shitting their pants trying to appease to everyone, and by appeasing to many, they're in overall appeasing to nobody.
Yep.
And like, but I will say that just because they're late to the party doesn't mean that their game is going to be crap. If anything, their game will be higher standard, higher quality than a game that is fresh into a brand new unexplored genre that that has a higher capability of flopping harder than
I'm just
usual.
saying
What they're
because it's Pokemon, it's like you can assume that they're actually going to put less time and effort in. Like if it was literally
right,
any other studio, because their track record is that.
yeah,
Like because they've proven to me time and time again that even though they literally have enough money to probably buy like 5 Europes or something. Like they're fine.
their GDP is larger than 40% of the countries.
Right. So again, I
That's
think
funny to
the
think about.
fucking budget for the new game was 14 million. I'm if I'm with you, and I think the solution literally is just like spend more money and you get
They
a better product. But 14 million for a Pokemon game for a company that can buy however many Europes, I'm sorry, that's fucking unacceptable. Like you do have a responsibility to give people what they want. And sure, just, let the pigs eat, but the people that are smart enough not to buy it are going to raise their kids to fucking hate it. And like I go ahead, make me build one fucking base. My kids will never hear a fucking word of Pokemon out of my damn mouth. I promise you. Go
nurse.
ahead, ruin your fucking goodwill with people like for real. Because like every generation there's people that will leave, and every generation there have been. And so
Yeah,
for me, it's going to be the fucking base building. I'm out. I'm out. Never talk
yeah,
about
I
this
love
shit ever
base
the fuck
building.
again because I can't.
I've never played it, but I love base builders. But I can't
I
deny that.
don't want another thing. Like I'm already, my brain's going X amount of miles an hour for a Pokemon game. Same thing as like if it's going a million miles an hour for Sekiro, but it's functioning on a different level. Don't make me fucking do the
They,
Minecraft feedback loop
I
in my
guarantee
Pokemon
you,
game, please.
there will be nothing like that. If anything, it'll be like a mini game similar to bowling and Grand Theft Auto with Miko. Like it's the same concept. I I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. Um, the a lot of the time, especially with Pokemon, I would prefer them to have more options for more elbow room for creativity. When a lot of the time they don't even provide that because everything's so cookie cutter and they want everything to be a certain way. They want you to play their game their way, or else they'll they'll do stuff to make it impossible for you to play it the way you were playing.
You know what would be
Like
a
that's
really
just
good little tweak
how
and
that's
change?
Nintendo.
You know how they have
'Cause
spin does, like different patterns spin does?
like with the little spots on their face. Yeah,
How many different spinda patterns are there? So in their
there,
game,
there are quite a few.
yeah, it's something to the millions. Like there's okay, so 4 point some billion. Okay, this is here saying there's 8.5
That's
billion.
absurd. And that was in a video. That's in a cartridge, a little tiny Game Boy
So all
cartridge.
I'm saying is like instead of maybe I don't know doing a factorial of like 10,000, maybe you do a factorial of fucking 25, and every Pokemon, you know how the one Pikachu in the anime had like a tuft of hair because he was supposed to be a badass. Well,
Yeah,
fucking add one of those on my like if my Squirtle looks different, maybe he's different.
yeah.
Maybe he's actually different. Like
Maybe the nature you could actually visibly see like what nature they are just with the certain
yo,
traits.
yo, I was just googling that. This guy
That'd be
fucking
neat.
nails it.
I would love that.
Like, okay, so here's Gengar. This guy animates Pokemon natures. This is what a Gengar would look like with, X, Y, or Z natures. All right, so here's Gengar. That would be quiet, timid, or bashful. That looks quiet, timid, or bashful. Okay, cool. Maybe make my Pokemon look like that. Um, Lax. Okay, so Umbrella probably can't do. Sassy, naughty, or impish. Gengar does that animation when he does moves. Why can't you just make that the default for those? There's
It doesn't
Jolly.
even have to be like an expression. It could be like a posture of the way they're standing. Like,
But notice he is changing that. Like he's making
yeah,
all of those changes too. Like for a
in
2D
every second.
model, like
Even
this
if
is
it's like a
Brave.
temporary, like even if it was temporary, like he did it every so often within his animation rotation.
Yep.
Like that would be cool.
So like here you have a
And,
Lucario that's brave. Okay, that looks like a brave Lucario versus this jolly Lucario. This guy's bouncy, and then this guy was brave. This guy's rash, bold, brave. There's modest. Okay. You have a bashful Scolipede, like he's hunched over, he's got a little sway back to him, but then he's jolly, so he's standing upright. Yeah, if Pokemon just did something like, you're gonna tell me they can make your game cartridge poop out literally the only Spinda on God's green earth, but it can't give me like 3 extra hairs on my Wartortle? Fuck you. $14 million.
that's
dollars.
that's a brand new sentence.
Shit.
It's funny.
Add it to the museum like Spinda. Brand new, never existed.
Love it, dude.
See, I think you're right. Like, but instead of like, let's fucking do whatever we need to do to spice it up. Spice the Pokemon. You're a Pokemon game. Spice the Pokemon up. Don't
What
do
we
this
should do,
Mega
Mars?
Evolution shit. What?
We should use all of the Pokemon and make our own game with Pokemon, and
Just say
just
fuck it.
have like, yeah, and not sell it or anything, but just like a project between us, just fucking around. That'd be really fun.
That
Where
would be
we
fun.
make, I would love that. There could be, we would include every single Pokemon somehow, um, and it would just go from there.
I want to
That'd be
make
fun.
I want to make Spindas be completely blank in whatever Pokemon region we decide to make though. Like the regional variant of Spinda is going to be like albino. No fucking 4 billion types of Spinda. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to make it even fucking harder on ourselves and make every Ditto slightly less round than the other 8 billion times or whatever. We can waste fucking brain power and computing power too. Of Spinda of all the fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, man.
They proved
Disappointing.
that they can do literally everything and anything with its own internal computers on a cartridge, but they can't just make a jolly Pokemon look jolly.
I think the spin mechanic should be applied to all Pokemon.
Yes. And maybe just don't make it so crazy that you can end up with 4 billion different types. Like maybe make it so like, I don't know, someone in the same state might end up with the same one. Instead of nobody in the galaxy will ever fucking know your Spinda exists. Like there's a rare is really only rare if somebody knows that it exists.
Hmm.
Like
So right now,
errors.
the vision right now is Pokemon. If we just wrote the word Pokemon in the center of like a paint, like it just Pokemon, and then within that, the whole point of the sheet is things that we want out of Pokemon, out of that game, out of the IP. So branching out, there are out of Pokemon, out of what we want from Pokemon, there are physical changes. Or wait, let's break it down even further. Like, what do we want to stay the same and remain consistent? And what
So
do we want to change?
the
I guess we could
same
start there.
same is going to be the Pokemon. Like
Well,
we're going to use
when
the names and the character mod, like so Pokemon's
the
going to be
names,
obviously the same.
sure.
We'll keep the
Character
nature
models, sure.
system. I like the nature system. Keep that. Um, I mean, there's already ROM hacks that do this, but I'm a big fan of letting people see the fucking IVs for their Pokemon. Like, I want to be able to see if I have the worst IVs. I don't want to. If I read
That
a
should be
sentence,
something that could be like here, imagine this.
that's a simple
Imagine a
UI change.
Pokemon game. Imagine a Pokemon game where your character is part of the RPG, not just your Pokemon. Your character isn't just the dude controlling the Pokemon. You have stats yourself, including the ability to upgrade your Pokédex to see the IVs. So like you could have certain professions or strengths as a Pokemon trainer, whether you be a breeder, a battler, um, a
Yo, dude,
scientist.
hold on. I just thought, okay, so we're not going to need a tutorial because we're going to know the game. But what
Sure.
if when you picked your boy or girl to start or whatever, instead of picking generic black kid or generic white kid and generic black boy and generic black girl or
Body
whatever,
type one.
yeah, this guy with the fucking Aryan hairstyle, but he's brown, or this guy with the Aryan hairstyle, but he's not.
Yeah.
Instead of that, how about you pick your character's nature? So that way, instead of not telling you literally anything about natures in Pokemon, because they never do, they never tell you anything about natures explicitly. It's never anywhere explicitly. How about you pick your fucking trainer's nature? And like you're saying, it'll affect things in the
Hmm.
game. Okay, well, what if you want your trainer to be jolly? Okay, well, he's going to be fast, but he's going to be retarded. That's the way it's going to be. Like, you want him to be
Certain
adamant? He's going to be
Pokemon,
strong, but he's going to be retarded.
it could impact how fast your character levels up to gain other traits.
Yeah, like the jolly part would mean that, like you talk to people and they give you more information because you're jolly, as opposed to something like timid. Like, oh, I don't know, this guy is fucking, this guy's MI6 or whatever. Like, he's a spy. He's being timid. He's the new kid in town. He's being all quiet. Dude's gonna shoot the place. Like that kind of shit's really cool. Teach people about natures and that it affects anything at all more than it does. So that would be kind of cool. I like the nature system a lot. I wish that I knew about it before I turned into an adult. Would have been nice.
So when we're dividing out the topic of Pokemon, we want stuff that has deviated from the IP, and we want things that have remained consistent with the IP, like natures. So the things that you want to stay the same would be natures. I would say that um, I would also want to like add some kind of like game mechanical, excuse me,
No.
changes to this.
Sure.
So like the see, I'm thinking about the visibility of how to control your character and the camera movements. So that would be uh shoot, what's it called?
Well, you
Third person,
want, I was going to say, do
like
you
top
want a
down.
3D game or do
I, I
you.
would I would want to toggle between. I think that both can be relevant. I think that you could have a top down, like non-isometrical, like top down game where you can control your character like you could in the originals, but then also, if you wanted to, push a button and go lock strafe mode and move your character like a third person, or even go into first person.
So
I
that's
think that
kind of like I think the Nintendo's actually definitely primed to do something like that because in
it's
Zelda
not
Link Between
impossible.
Worlds, they make you 2D and it flips you between the 2D and 3D perspective. But also for Breath of the Wild, they designed the entire game itself on the NES cartridge first.
Breath of the Wild?
Yep. The entire game of Breath of the Wild is actually an NES game. Do you know that?
That's hard. That's way where source fucking cite that, dude. I have
Breath
Breath of the Wild. Are you
of
sure
the
Breath of the Wild or are you
Wild
Wind Waker?
NES prototype.
No way.
And the reason I bring that up is because if you can play the entirety of Breath of the Wild, if you can create that and conceptualize it as a 2D thing, like the creators of it, if you can conceptualize a Breath of the Wild in a 2D way, then you can absolutely do Pokemon that way too. Now, what are you sacrificing whenever you do that? That's going
I
to be the question. Like I don't care about graphics at all. Like I
fan
don't.
base. The thing I'd be sacrificing are the fans that only want it a certain way. Fuck them. Get out of here.
Well,
That's
if
my
if
sacrifice.
if you have a button for it that can toggle it, then I
Yeah.
think, I mean, you're saying basically like fuck you
There
guys,
would be
but
no
also you can
sacrifice.
buy this game too, even though I said fuck you.
Like, yeah, you can play it in whatever like vision and whatever perspective you want. That shouldn't matter. It shouldn't impact your gameplay.
Yeah, if you want to
Or
not buy my game because I gave you the option to do it the way you wanted, then okay, well, fucking go ahead and tie your shoes to a fucking tree stump, you idiot.
boom, mic drop.
Fucking stupid shit. Oh,
Yeah,
you mean the thing you asked for that I put in the game? Fucking okay, then don't buy it then. Stupid shit.
dude, I have ideas like this all the friggin' time. Like,
So like flipping between the two, that's a good idea because like
do you,
I
have you ever
don't.
played Halo? You know, in Halo, you could toggle between like the old school graphics and the updated graphics for like Halo 1 and Halo 2. Halo
That's
3
pretty
also
cool.
had it. Yeah, it was just like a simple like press select, and both stages are like it plays the same, but it's just kind of reskinned to look better. And there's like lighting and stuff for like the updated version, and you can just seamlessly press a button mid action, like press select, and then boom, like you're like looking at your old school graphics, and it's neat. I love being able to like bounce it between. I think just being able to toggle between first, third, and top down would be tremendous for a Pokemon game.
If we treated
Um,
this like a crafting simulator and picked the best ingredients and the best storage and the best everything in every category, this still would not even fucking make Nintendo sweat financially. That's the worst part about it all.
oh, yeah,
Like adding a oh, you mean to tell me they have to design an entire 3D game and a 2D game at the same time? Oh, you mean like they already fucking do?
hmm
Oh, you mean to tell me they couldn't just fucking do it in the same fucking building? Call it the same fucking thing? Oh, sorry. Didn't know that was going to cost you an extra $36,000.
not even a drop in the bucket.
I was going to say like their employees don't even need to eat. Like they're the fucking they're set financially. They're actually, I mean, Nintendo's hurting really bad with the RAM stuff right now too, and they're even admitting it. So that's pretty bad when the
Heard about that.
company that people buying everything won't even buy it. That is unfortunate.
I want to draw up a design. Where's paint? Where's my paint?
Oh my gosh.
Paint.
I need to eat.
Yeah, me too. Salad's gotten warm. It's just sitting here.
I'm so bad at eating. At least I have lunch meat and bread.
Yeah. All right, so we got Pokemon. That's what we're looking at here. Boom. Let's make the font a little bigger. Take it to 20. Yeah, that's perfect. Good. Okay. So let's do a Venn diagram. I like that. I like that idea. So the Venn diagram is going to be a sequence or like a bunch of things. Let's start with 3 circles, with Pokemon being in the center. Oops.
So like how you encounter Pokemon? Like just either you see them or you don't. I vote for what they did with Sword and Shield then. Both.
Okay.
You if they're in the overworld, then you see them and you say, "Oh, I want that." And then you go get it. But if you also want to do it like a Nuzlocke and you don't want any chance of that, then well, other ones will pop out too. But you have to make them the same likelihood. Like you can't have it so that ones that don't appear on the overworld only appear in the grass, and you don't know that because you're a retarded little child or a retarded little 27-year-old like me when we played it. Because turns out, fucking just because Machoke's walking around doesn't mean you can find him in the grass. So like a catching mechanic, like or encounter method, I guess would be the way to describe it. Like I'm cool with it being both. but also like I'm guessing you would probably want something new. Like, well, just because you're in the grass doesn't mean like the mineral rights and the sky leasing is not like okay. So every
If you think that's
bird.
what I want, we're gonna need to have a talk.
Well, I mean, it's just I'm literally going as granular as you can, right? So like instead of just catching
Sure.
a bird in the grass, well, who's to say a diglet can't just fuck your shit up on route 2 whatever because it's he's just digging. Why is a diglet got to be in the ground area? The ground is under the grass. There's ground everywhere,
Sure.
but there's also
Clarify. What is it?
sky everywhere.
I need you to clarify.
There's ground like if you're walking in the grass, like there should be worldwide encounters.
Sure.
Like why is there just not a diglet in this random area? Why does diglet have to be in an excavated landfill or whatever? Like why can't if he's a mold, who got the picture of him sticking his head out? Like if he doesn't appear on like the surface. And like Pidgeys, yeah, sure, they're annoying as fuck, but like they can just kind of pop in on you wherever they're not like migrated out of for the year.
Well, I mean, it's the same reason why you don't see many pigeons outside of cities.
And I'm fine with that. Like if there's like a desert locale or something, yeah, there's probably going to
What you're
be.
saying, you want to see more diversity, not just
Literally, I'm
heavily
saying I want less
isolated
diversity.
areas.
No, I want less.
Wait, you want less diversity.
In a sense, it would function as less in a way. It would give you more options by giving you the same Pokemon in more locations. Like so, if it's a worldwide encounter, it'll it'll be a worldwide encounter table, and it'll if for it to be the worldwide encounter, it has to roll like a two. Has to roll two numbers out, like 1 out of 50. One number out of 50. We'll put it in this table of the worldwide encounters, and then you'll have the worldwide encounter table that will say like, okay, well, Pidgey's a 50% chance if it's a worldwide. Diglett's a 20% chance, or Rattata's a 20% chance. But like you'll always something like Floette. It's a fairy type. Okay, well, a worldwide encounter means since there's grass everywhere and there's flowers everywhere in this region or whatever, Floette's going to always be the 1% worldwide encounter. But it's still a 2% encounter to get the worldwide encounter. So it's making the pool you can draw from in the area, like the route, bigger a little bit, but it also means that there might just be more duplicates on the route, which is like that's fine because Pokemon live more places than one. So like if you're in the grass patch, like you're not gonna just always get Grassamon. Like you might get Undergroundamon and in the Skyamon.
Hmm. Food for thought.
Yeah, I'm just saying like if you're gonna encounter Pokemon and if you're gonna encounter them, like I wanna like you're not gonna encounter Snorlaxes aren't everywhere. In the lore, they live in honey trees and eat honey, so that's why you can get them by putting honey on the trees or whatever, and then they're in the road sleeping. There's two of them. So like that's not your worldwide encounter, but like rats, fucking bugs.
Death needs to be explained better. I think the concept of death in Pokemon should be rationalized and made sense of.
It should be mentioned at least once, in the sense of the human dying.
Yeah,
It's like
they
never
death
broached at
exists
all.
in Pokemon, but they make it so ambiguous that it's just there's more questions than answers for a lot of stuff. Some humans become Pokemon when they die. That type, like what? Like, I don't know. That's fascinating. Like an interesting, like lore based concept, as like they're trying to rationalize supernatural events with Pokemon being the interjection. Like, I think that's neat. I think that kind of idea can be like built upon.
I
Um,
think you kind of got to do I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Departed, but neither have I. But apparently, like that's like the guy that gets killed in that's like a big shakeup. Apparently, like you don't see it coming or whatever. They should do that. Do that if you want to fucking teach death in Pokemon. Here's a good way to do it. Uh, do Tears of the Kingdom shit. They're exploring like the dungeon and Link's the strongest because right after Breath of the Wild, he should be. And if you're making a sequel, Link should be the strongest. Well, let's say okay, well you're the best trainer or whatever. Let's say something happens or whatever, you get caught up in an earthquake, your Charizard can't fly down to save you, and you and that Pokemon die. Well, that trainer was really strong or whatever, and it's your dad or someone, and that you have a relationship. But it's like that's how you get introduced. You start the game off being the overpowered motherfucker, and then you have the program character death, and now your kid's got to take up your mantle or something. It's cliche as fuck, but it's better than what Nintendo does, which is nothing.
Hang on. Oh, sorry. What else? What else? All right, so I have created a rainbow-esque Venn diagram, and now I want to color code it to sort of explain what the colors mean. Because it was just going to be branches out. I don't know.
I understand where you're going with it. It's just I don't know how to design and develop like wants and needs in a video game. Like I don't know how to convert my thoughts to a visualization per se.
That's why I went from thinking like just draw like words, like lines to words and words to lines, and branch it out like a web. Instead, I'm doing my thought process is using a Venn diagram. Instead of just using two intersections, I will have three, which in turn makes six. Um, Actually, one, two, three, four, yeah, six sections that can all play off each other to make the perfect Pokemon game. I think we're onto something. We could easily make a video talking about what we want and how we could make the perfect Pokemon game for both of us. That would work for not just us, but for the Pokemon
You.
company.
I mean, yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
you.
they're gonna pay us like 30 cents. Like, oh, thank you so much for your idea.
We have such small penis.
We have such small penis. You have the biggest penis, and they'll make $30 billion on it, and we'll get our 19 cents or whatever it is. They're just
You
gonna
know
rip
what?
off our whole game idea like a trading card.
Well, if that is what it takes for Pokemon to get itself unfucked,
Then that's what
and
it'll take.
I feel like I'd be happy. I'd be content with that, honestly.
We're
I sure would I
brainstorming
want some
shit that we want
royalties?
in a Pokemon game.
Yeah,
We're
it's
trying to make a
fun.
better Pokemon game. That's why we're
Okay.
talking nonsense. They'll turn it into a patent. No, they'll just sue us and take our houses. Call them Pokemon centers.
They'll just do us and take our houses, fucking rob us of our shoes. Hmm.
So like I'm actually kind of okay with like there being is this an adventure game? Is this an adventure game? Because like part of me for
Yeah,
adventure games is like, well, why don't you just like I think more video games need to give their protagonist the Link treatment. Like, maybe don't let me fucking pick the goth haircut if I'm supposed to be the chosen one. How about make me someone that's supposed to be taken seriously? If I'm supposed to be saving the fucking world, how about just make me look like someone that's supposed to be saving the fucking
this
world?
could potentially be a game where you could join Team Rocket. Like, that's the kind of game I want, where you could either be the good guy or the bad guy, or because there's that truth where there's bad people do good things, and good people do bad things. Like there's that concept too, and I think that
The this is why Black and White 2 is one of the best games ever made, like Pokemon games, because you get to deal with like Johto kind of carried on Team Rocket a little bit, but like they made Team Rocket explicitly Team Rocket again, and they made even like the people that were taking over Team Rocket again just as evil as Team Rocket. In Black and White 2 with Team Plasma, like you genuinely have defectors that just don't continue on with Team Plasma anymore because they were duped. Like that's how they felt. They were like, oh my, I can't believe I bought the propaganda and thought that this was what we were really doing. And then there are other people who are like, fuck yeah, dude, I didn't think we was doing nothing else. So yeah, I mean, like set it in fucking the Unova region, since we're a bunch of fucking Yanks, making Americanized Pokemon that just doesn't suck. Make it a different part of the Unova or something.
This would be a globe. This would be a world. You know what? Imagine using Hollow Earth theory in Pokemon.
I was gonna say,
That's
yeah,
the
how do we
world they're
actually
in.
map Pokemon to Google Earth as I'm scouring the Great Wall of Africa Part 7 here?
Dude, that would be insane. Imagine us discovering a greater world outside of the one that we're living in,
Because
and
of a
that being the main
Pokemon game.
objective. No, like I'm talking about as a design for a Pokemon game. Imagine exploring this massive world, checking out Unova, checking out Kanto, checking out Johto, catching your Pokemon, doing all your things, and then slowly you're like over time in playing, you're elbowing certain parts of the world that don't feel right to a point where you do something that breaks you out into an even larger world with even more diverse Pokemon afterwards.
So this is
After
sort
thinking
of
that you've reached your limit with Pokemon, with all the worlds of all the Kanto, all the regions, and then when you finally do something that breaks you out and puts you into an entirely greater like world, like the world itself feels like a globe when you're inside the center of it, but when you leave it, it's an even greater world on top of that, like crater Earth theory, like what you like to like debate and do thought experiments with, like that whole concept is neat, and I think that could be put into a video game like Pokemon, and it would just blow people's minds. Like that's the kind of like content nuke that needs to happen for people to come back and enjoy the IP. There needs to be levels that are maturity that can be handled by both a child and an adult at different with different choices that can be made. I that's the kind of vision that I have for a
the
Pokemon game.
Nintendo needs to stop making games with the fucking premise that you're going to keep your Pokemon forever, and they need to start acknowledging something like the Nuzlocke people, where again they hate Nuzlocke. They think it's like they consider it worse than pirating. It's on the same level as fucking hacking. If they could have our heads, they would, but they can't make games where like you get 900-hour save files then, because what you're describing is you want adult choices in life. Okay, well, you get to make this one, but it's permanent. Like if you end up in the Unova region this time as a bad guy, you don't get to end up in Kanto as the good guy, because guess what? It's like Roy and fucking Rick and Morty. You've royed out, motherfucker. You stayed in the carpet store. Pussy. Fucking
You got
lame-o.
people, and then you got people that decide to stay
Then you got people that
inside
don't.
their gated community,
Yep, and then
and you have
people that
people that
don't.
choose to leave.
Yep, that's exactly what it needs to be. Pokemon needs to not have the. They need to make it so that you're playing this game with the intent to play it again. Like I don't. I kind of hate the fact that like I really want to play. I want to play White 2 again at one day at some point in my life. But if I want to do it, I got to buy another copy because it's my permanent Pokedex or whatever.
Imagine doing bad things that give you
Like an
a
international
different type.
wanted level.
No, I'm talking about like internal like perception and personal stats with your
Yeah.
character. Imagine doing bad things in the game and that drawing dark type Pokemon as like
Oh, now see that's fucking cool.
right? Like
That's just really cool.
that would be really cool. I like oh my gosh.
That's really cool,
It,
actually.
imagine stealing an apple and that giving you like a point into misdeed or dark, like your own personal darkness, like or like some kind of like negative
Like if you're
like
smart, you see
personality
more
trait.
psychic types or some shit. Like if you have more
Exactly. You read
intelligence,
more books, you start seeing abras everywhere more.
you start fucking experimenting with like engineering, you see more magnemites and clinks.
You prefer like imagine all of the regions. You start with Pokemon. It all feels like a Poke MMO, but then like you're developing your stats, you're developing your ideas, or you're developing your character, and that leads you down routes that you really just kind of have to start a new character to experience or have.
Yes, I
Um,
want that. I want more of that. This is why nuzlocking is so cool. Because when you say that this is the limit, this is the limit. You only catch one Pokemon or something. So I can't be a doctor in Bangladesh at the same time as being a farmer in Sri Lanka. I can't. So I'm sick of Pokemon games. Like, oh well, he's gonna. Sure, you still got to go around the 8 gym badges if you want to beat the game or whatever. That's fine. That's fucking Pokemon or something. But I want to hear that somebody caught an awesome Pokemon, and it'd be like, well, where'd you even find? Like, how did you get to that? Like, how did you get a Steel Fairy type? Like, what are you? Why? Like, how'd you get a Steel Fairy type to even spawn? It's like, well, you got to be in this one place because that like fucking welders and blue collar people aren't gonna go to the fucking Citadel or something. Like Skyrim's quests. Like, if you don't go to the wizard, the mage guild, well then you don't. And that's fine.
it looks like someone forgot to put an apostrophe in the code, so that's what the professor says now at certain parts or maybe at certain progression areas.
What in that game?
New, New is playing Pokemon Go right now, and occasionally she'll do something that gets the professor's attention, and he'll talk to her. And what happens is, every so often, the professor will just kind of spat like random jargon that's supposed to be back end language, not what you're reading.
Oh my gosh.
It's just because of the it's the poor coding, it's the poor quality.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanna I wanna make a fucking like we need to create a whole new fucking Pokemon, design a whole new Pokemon that actually if you get this fucking glitch where like yeah, script is missing, missing no, like you actually get this Pokemon that can only form when a glitch happens or something. Like think
Dude,
about
no,
it. Like 10 years later, if people are still like going through the game and they can't, they're like, man, there's this
people are
one
trying to
file
figure
in the
out like
game that we can't fix. Yeah,
it's
flip the DS upside down thing.
dude, it's like it says that who's the yeah, it says Porygon is in the Pokédex, but we can't figure it out. How do we get Porygon? Where is Porygon?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
stuff needs to happen in the game for like reality to fracture or some shit.
And no
And that's
Pokemon, you can't get any Pokemon or any items or any fucking thing from doing two-factor authentication. Nothing.
I would love that.
You
Hey,
actually
oh,
it makes the game it bars you from it turns you into the professor and you can't leave the lab.
okay, dude.
Fuck you. Two-factor authentication, my dick. What do I
Well,
gotta log into Pokemon for?
hey, nurse. My parents want to give me a call.
All
They
right.
want to chat with me for a little bit.
That is okay. I'm burning out a little bit. I need to eat.
All right, nurse. Um, I'm going to continue with this Venn
Keep
diagram and sort
keep
of
jotting
do
shit
some thought
down and
experiments.
keep ranting off
I'll
to me on shit too, please.
I'll send her over my ideas once I solidify something like tangible. But until then, I'll be playing with it, doing some thought experiments.
Cause
I'm
like
gonna
I'm gonna fucking pick up platinum literally the second I go downstairs and
hey,
continue
much
just
love you.
grinding. So you know that for a fact.
Yes,
Where's my
sir.
exit music? I want to put my exit music on. It's not a nurse stream without the leaving music. It's fucking true though. God bless you, New. Thank you for stopping in. It's so cool to have a chat. You're officially chat. Someone's gotta be. But yeah, man. Much love. God bless you. Talk to the parents.
Sure.
Hi to him for me.
Much love, brother. Yeah,
Peace.
yeah, yeah. Peace.
Fun times as always. Good stream. Good times. Good chats. Let's see. I don't even know how long it was today. It wasn't too long. Actually, no. It was fucking long as shit. What am I talking about? 1 o'clock? 3:30? Yeah, I don't know how YouTube works yet. I don't really care because fucking, I was there famous on Twitch and shit. So it's just kind of like second nature. You'd be awesome. But no, this is fun. This is fun to be able to have an outlet to bullshit about stuff. Definitely was not a Bible stream today because it's almost Christmas. So I hope we all find our ways into. I hope we can all let Christ into our hearts, and I hope we can all find our way to be closer this Christmas season. But if you can't, if you got to work or whatever, then go work. Do what you got to do. Don't be afraid to be angry about stuff. If you're angry, being angry is okay. It's an emotion. It's an antenna to find out how the fuck to not be angry. If things are too good to be true, they probably are. And anyone that says that the shape of the earth is settled science, I think we're all retarded then. God bless you. Have a great day.